And that was the national anthem brought to you by my iPhone.
Yes, brought to you by Luke's iPhone. Very good performance, and we are about to get underway here as the San Diego Rebellion take on the Los Angeles Warriors in this Week 4 matchup.
Yes, it's a battle of the unbeaten.
It's that and battle of well, I don't know how to say it, but they're both coming off bye weeks, but
a battle of the well-rested.
The well-rested, that is indeed. But the Los Angeles Warriors are even more well-rested as this is their first game of the season.
They haven't played a game yet, and like we said, battle of the unbeatens. No, we're not done. We know 0-0 doesn't technically mean unbeaten. I mean, technically it is, but it's not unbeaten. They're 2-0 from 2 forfeits.
Yeah, from 2 forfeits. So it is. They do got 2 wins. But
they just haven't played a single game.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. Is that a really good team for winning without even playing?
Well, you can look at it 2 ways. You can look at it as, 1, this team has no experience so far this year. They're unproven. Or 2, they're so good that other teams are forfeiting, like, before they've even played them. So you can look at it both ways.
So we have Shamira Gillen deep, back to return for the San Diego Rebellion.
Yeah, interesting. That's a different kick returner than we're used to, I believe. We've seen some other names back there usually. So,
hey, you know, just like other teams at the bye week, teams start trying new things.
Yeah, versatile.
It's kind of that like break in the season where you don't have to follow your rubric of how you're going to play the season.
Well, the bye week's unlike any other time, really. I mean, the off season you haven't really seen any other teams yet, but the bye week you've actually seen some of the teams, and you've gotten a taste of the.
Adjust yourself more aggressively than you would in the season.
And here we go. That was number 44, Elliot Nguyen.
With their recovery at the 35-yard line. Just a short little pooch kick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Quick one to set things off. So, yeah, we'll see what this...
It's not on the camera here, but the Warriors just kicked off of those old orange tees you used to buy from like Sports Authority back in the day.
We'll see how old school this team is. Yeah, like I was saying, we'll see... We'll see what this team is made of.
So, coming off of a bye, Nenji still in her very familiar yet successful spot as in quarterback.
Yeah, that's right. And by the way, thank you to our honorary captain during the coin toss, United States Army Sergeant Shaylin Casserly. Thanks for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. Here we go, first play of the night, and it is a option toss. It's number 37.
Leslie Hubble with a carry.
Sorry, 31. That's Leslie Hubble. Man, I always get the 1 and the 7 mixed up. But anyway, that's Leslie Hubble on that first run. Not too much. Looks like the Warrior defense is as strong as we've been thinking they might be. This is a Division I team versus the Rebellion, who are Division II. I mean, hopefully it's still competitive, but they are obviously... divisions mean a lot in football. Doesn't mean that there's not an upset on the radar tonight, but you never know.
Yeah, it will be very interesting being the Warriors are a D1 team and the Rebellion are a D2 team.
Exactly.
But keep in mind that the Rebellion had 2 impressive victories.
Exactly, and that's a high snap there. She's going to get rid of it quick. Almost caught there.
Off the tips.
Yeah, exactly. That is Kristen Smierzinski trying to get that one.
Very nice effort over the middle to come back to the ball.
Yeah, good try. I mean, you got to go for it. You can't just let it fall to the ground. You got to do something.
And luckily, Nenji got the ball out after a high snap.
Yeah, exactly. That looked like it could have been bad.
So it brings
good
up
for her.
third and long for the Rebellion.
That's right. They're looking for the first down here. First drive of the game. Good snap there, and nice throw, but it's a little too far ahead. She had all the time in the world, but it's 4th down.
Same intended target, so it's all good. At
least,
right. Like you're.
And one more time, I gotta say thanks again to United States Army Sergeant Shaylin Casserly for joining us for the coin toss on our Salute to Service night. To all the men and women here in the stands and at home watching the stream who have or are currently serving our country, we thank you for your service. 4th down here.
And the Rebellion continue with the season of not punting.
Yeah, you think they go for it here?
I don't know. They're punting. Yes,
Yeah.
they're punting.
Roach, back to
They
receive.
just got 3 gunners, which is kind of.
Oh,
nope,
and it's
2
a rough
gunners.
snap. She's going to go and be brought down. Tough play there. Great job by the Warriors for snuffing it out, though.
That was a great job. And, Nenji was signaling over to her inside gunner on the left and to come over more. So Nenji saw the pressure coming,
Right.
but couldn't relay it to her teammates, and it cost them.
Yeah, it did. That was unfortunate there.
But I would say this is exactly how both the Rebellion's games have started off this season. It's kind of slow on offense.
Right. They are a team that kind of gets into it a little bit later on. But like we've been saying, this is really the first we've seen of the LA Warriors. And, I mean, they look really good. That special
do.
teams, that was at least 4 defenders getting on the ball right there.
Yeah, I would say I watched their pregame stuff, also from last year's film, and they do look very competitive, very good.
Yeah,
which
they're a
is
strong team. I
something
believe
to worry about. And look at that arm.
They go deep immediately, and it is successful. What a connection there.
Yeah,
25 yards.
Straight up.
25-yard touchdown catch there. That is Romero Nataki getting the catch there. She's a 4-year vet in this league, so a lot of experience catching that ball. You see it right away.
And I'm sure, just the LA Warriors have lots of experience. They're a team who've been around since 2010, and I'm sure most of the coaches there right now have been there since the start of
Right.
their
This is a team.
existence.
Yeah, this is a team that's got a lot of time together, which is always important.
Yeah, that is definitely huge together. And like, speaking of how important experience.
And it's still good. Nice.
Just
Yeah.
above the crossbar.
Yeah. What are you saying about experience?
So Luke and I, we've
just gonna say
worked
that.
together for 2 years on the radio. We work together right now at Palomar College TV, and so we just have that chemistry.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we understand that chemistry that the LA
You need to know
Warriors
each other.
can have.
Speaking of Palomar, today's game is sponsored by the Palomar Media Studies program, which has given us the cool opportunity to be able to do this. So,
Yes, and to our other colleagues, Jordan Spurgeon and Kyle.
doing a good job on the PA over there, yeah.
And Kyle Dyer will be on here in the second half, so
True.
definitely stay tuned for their voices and their exciting commentary.
Yeah, but come live and hear us on the PAs too. That's always fun.
Yes, it's always fun to see in-game
To kick it off for the Warriors.
Yes.
commentary.
And here we go, another kick. This one's a little farther than the first one.
Hey, but good accuracy. That was the same position on the
That
field.
was, and I believe that is Vanika Jarvis that's brought down at the end
that
of that
was
one.
Vanika Jarvis.
Vanika Jarvis down at
You know,
Nice
she's
tackle.
got good hands, and if I was the Rebellion, I would see. If you look at last week's game, she had over, I believe, 6 or 8.
You know, Nick, I mean, when me and Jordan were
receptions.
counting it, she had like 10 tackles too. Yeah, she had at least 10 tackles.
Yeah,
She's a complete force on both sides of the
She
ball.
is, and so hopefully the Rebellion can definitely
like
analyze that and realize Vanika Jarvis is
That's your go-to player on both sides.
A
And
go-to player,
She did.
yeah.
She did a lot of special teams. She I believe she returned a kick. I think she had a sack, and she also caught a touchdown, I think. So that's, yeah, like you're saying.
Nenji with the hard count.
Yup. So
But
sometimes it doesn't work in your favor.
The offense wasn't disciplined and creates a false start. Brings them back 5 for 1st and 15. What do you think of her creativeness there using a hard count?
Well, I always like the hard count. I mean, obviously you see it a little bit more in short situations. So like you said, creative. It's creative to
Right.
do it here on a first down, but sometimes I don't know who jumped, but I'm guessing it was a rookie. Sometimes
It
the
was-
younger guys
One of the receiver on the short side here.
yeah, if it was a rookie receiver, that doesn't
we
surprise
got
me.
Armstrong bouncing to the outside and gets to the sideline.
That's right. Ronnie
They
Armstrong.
have a 5 yard.
Her name's Armstrong, but she's known more for her quick legs. She bursts around the side there.
And she was a track and field athlete,
Yeah, exactly.
running the 1 and 200.
Exactly. So that's
So
kind of her.
showing her wheels there, very impressive.
That's her
and
thing.
if you caught the game 2 weeks ago, you would have definitely saw her tear up this field.
Yeah, she's very talented, but it's almost like it's one of those players. Like I'd almost compare her to like Dion Lewis in a way. Just one of those guys. Like she's part of this whole committee of different players, but she still shines. And there she is again.
Oh, you gotta hold the block there. Can you imagine?
Yeah, tough.
If Chris Stoll held that block, oh man, Ronnie
knows where she would've
Armstrong
been.
would be to the house.
We'll give a lot of credit to the Warriors for snuffing through that too. It's hard to block such physical players.
It is, yeah.
Look how big the Warriors team is. I mean, if you can see here, right? I mean, the Rebellion. Every week I talk about they look a lot larger than the competition, and finally they have a team that's pound for pound with them.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it right now.
Yeah, you definitely are. And being the smaller guy when I played, it was always the intimidating factor. You see some big guy standing across
Right.
from you, and it's like, oh my God, what do I do?
That's very true. And I was going to say something about getting bigger by eating pizza, but that's a little too corny. I'm just going to go into our ad here. Check out
That's-
Felipe's Pizza in downtown Escondido. They're a proud sponsor of the San Diego Rebellion and today's game. That's Felipe's Pizza. I've actually never tried them yet. Have you ever had Felipe's before?
I've tried them
Yeah.
a few years ago, so I'm not even going to share my experience because, you know, that could have changed.
Well, you're would you call yourself a hard critic with pizza since you're from Chicago?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, I am from Chicago,
Yeah.
and that, I believe, gives me great pizza knowledge.
Well, I'm sure, yeah, Felipe's, hopefully I'm sure they would be able to, I don't know, just make the mark, maybe.
You know what's interesting? We talk about pizza right quick, but I'll get into that on the next time out. But right now, third down in about 5 yards to go. Hopefully, the Rebellion could somehow muster out their first down here.
Yeah, that's right. You're completely right. They haven't gotten a first down yet. This is it right here. And it looked good so far. Oh, almost picked off on that play by Tokyo Singletary. Her real name's Tammy Singletary, but I like that nickname, Tokyo.
That is a cool nickname, Tokyo, as in she's everywhere, just like Tokyo.
Yeah, exactly. She's international. 10-year vet. That's very impressive. And,
She's in the other zip code.
and played basketball too. So that rebounding prowess, I guess.
I just want to take note of something right here. That Elliot Wynn for the San Diego Rebellion. She's your tight end on the short side here,
Right.
closer to us. She is just giving up a fight to the the player across from her.
She
She's
is
like
a physical
half the
tight end.
size.
And speaking of which,
for Selena Graves.
no, sorry, so that was Selena Graves actually on that one. Was that sorry, we don't have number 45 on our roster.
Yeah, we
so-
have 54, but we don't do reciprocals to the jersey numbers.
So sorry about that one, number 45. We will need to update that roster there, but they went to her. It didn't work out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, a turnover on downs for the Rebellion. So the Warriors again take over in great field position.
Yeah, exactly. This is a tough start.
Now,
And,
you only saw one play for the Warriors. What are you thinking here as the Rebellion?
I'm thinking, you know what, so Nick, I watched a lot of high school. Actually, I'll say it right after this play. Let's see what happens here. Nice wrap up there by number 44, Elliot Nguyen. That's who we were talking about, that physical player. So you know what, Nick, what I was going to say was I've watched a lot of high school football, and you see the much more dominant team get off to a very dominant start immediately. They'll get immediate play right away, and then it's all over from there. So depending on how this drive goes, I think I'll get a better sense of it since we just saw that great tackle by Elliot Nguyen there. And just to correct ourselves up here. Selena Graves is number 45. I took a look down there and saw her number, so she must have switched it.
That's
Yeah, we got
very
54
interesting.
up here, yeah. So here we go again, number 43 for the Warriors. That is Priscilla Gardner.
With a run up the middle just for a few yards.
And we haven't seen much yet. They've done a good job of stopping her. This is actually a 2-time offensive MVP in the WFA, and she did track and field in college. So this is a really talented player.
Very I wonder if she ever saw Connie Armstrong at the track and field
Yeah,
events.
seriously, yeah. And I mean, great job by the Rebellion for stopping her those first 2 plays. That's pretty impressive. So here we go, third down.
Third
the
and short.
Warriors facing their first tough wall on offense.
Look into the air and a quick pass, but met by a quick defensive play.
Nice quick connection there. That was Ashley Austin Beans.
And that was actually a dropped
Ooh.
pass forced
good
by
eye
the
there.
Rebellion defense. They got in there quick
Yeah.
and wasn't able for the receiver to get her full hands around the ball.
People don't understand, like maybe with certain like complete elite receivers, it doesn't matter. But sometimes even just being right there is enough. If they're looking over their shoulder, worried you might hit them, they'll drop the ball. So good job by the Rebellion for swarming right
so
there.
it's not right when the ball hits your hands, that's an instant catch.
Right.
No. It's actually, you got to go to the
Exactly.
ground with the ball.
Even
and
with
the
the new-
Rebellion defense prevented that.
Even with the new NFL rule change, you still got to bring it all the way
You
down.
do. And now that incompletion is negated
That's
with
tough.
a penalty
Oh!
on the Warriors.
I actually
for a
thought that was on the
false
Rebellion.
start.
So, I mean, obviously still tough for the Los Angeles team, but big break for San Diego.
I don't know. I would say that's 2 miscues in a row.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting on a hot streak there.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what you need right now if you're San Diego. I mean, you're already down 7-0.
Yeah,
And-
quick early in the game, not even 5 minutes gone.
Yeah, exactly. They're on your side of the field right now. You need everything you can get.
Yeah, so now it brings up 4th and long. I don't know how deep these women are in kickers and field goal range.
Yeah,
but
right, true.
I would
And
definitely go for it.
Do we have another flag here? Well, we figure this out.
No, a delay of game
Wow.
on the offense. That is 3
And
miscues
that's
in a row.
huge. That might be the difference. They might have to punt now. Well,
That-
while we have a break here, this game's also sponsored by Coach Cree Morris and his 5-tool quarterback clinics. Nenji Martin worked with Coach Cree leading up to the 2018 season, so if you want to fine-tune your quarterback skills, visit quarterbackcoach.org. Coach Morris coaches players from junior high all the way up to the pros, so be sure to check that out if you want to hone your skills.
And nice little factoid here. Coach Morris actually attended Orange Glen. and he
wow.
won a CIF title.
So
here.
he's a legend here.
Yes.
Let's see what these players can
Looking
do
in
on
the air and jump ball. And it's
almost picked up there.
incomplete.
That was right into the hands of Smurf Smrzinski, but I mean, you got to bring it in like we were talking about.
I would rather have an incompletion rather than an interception down at the
You know,
20.
good point, Nick. Maybe it did kind of look like she tried to catch that, but you're right. At this point, from how far that throw was, you'd rather see it drop to the ground.
Yeah.
So good on her for having that fall. Good point, Nick.
The thing I mean, you can't really tell young, inexperienced players that, but the older my players got, I would always tell them, you know, if it's 4th down and you could intercept the ball, don't.
Yeah,
Just
right,
let
exactly.
it hit the
It's
ground.
a veteran move. It's basically a 20-yard return if you just smack it to the ground.
Simply enough, you just got to be field aware.
Yeah,
you got to
exactly.
know what down it is, what time it is in the game.
True.
Everything.
So good job by Smurfs for getting that one.
And it looks like
Wow.
another delay of game.
This is a dirty game already. Wow,
Yeah,
we've got a lot of...
Lots of dirty laundry on
Yes.
the field already. Man,
And that one was on the Rebellion. That'll bring them back.
bring them back 5, brings up 1st and 15. I think the ref's arm might get tired by the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, they've really been throwing that. Good job by Nenji Martin there, avoiding that initial tackle, but that is a short gain for her. Good job by Sonia Ray Taylor for the pressure there.
4 on the play. That's gonna set up
So
2nd and
now,
1.
I don't know, maybe all that momentum by the Warriors that was just decompressed, hopefully that rubs off on the Rebellion and they kind of move the ball.
And you can never count how much penalties play a factor in that momentum. So
Nice one-handed grab by Nenji.
And I think the Warriors have that tough break there for number 31, Leslie Hubble.
That was a tough break for the Rebellion. You know, I wouldn't grill my player for that mistake, but I would say to Nenji, I would be like, you know, catch the ball before you move.
That was a tough one. Yeah, that was, I think, some miscommunication there. That was, they call her Big Mexico. That was Janet Jimenez grabbing that one right there. So a cool nickname and
That
good
was
play.
a great recovery by Big Mexico.
Yes, that was. So here we go with the... And the the Warriors have just been in Rebellion territory all day so far. We're going to see
And
what...
it looks like they can't really move the ball now in Rebellion territory.
Alexis Snyder, that was not a bad improv there. She went the other way, saw there was nothing there, or went to the right, saw there was nothing there, and then just trailed back the other direction.
I mean, smart running back, but hey, when you got a defensive wall like Tanya Luna,
True.
after her like 12-game tackle,
That was another one that just had a monster defensive
my
game last
Lord.
week.
I mean, when you're a defensive tackle, you should be getting a lot of tackles, but still, that just means you're always around the ball.
Well, no, that's really what it is. Yeah, they should be getting it. If your defensive tackle's getting a lot of tackles, that means you had a great game. Speaking of which, looks like a defensive tackle got Alexis Snyder down on that one.
For a short pickup of about 2 yards, which brings up 3rd and 3.
Good job by, speaking of the devil, Tanya Luna, for getting that tackle there. Good job.
Wow, 2 plays, 2 Tanya Luna tackles.
Exactly.
Who would have guessed?
It might be a repeat of last week. It's just double-digit tackles every week, maybe. Here we go, 3rd down again. Rebellion have been putting up a lot of fight here in the near their red zone. This has been good.
Yeah, I mean, just because the Warriors started off with the first play touchdown doesn't mean that the Rebellion are turning over quickly.
Ooh, great catch there by Lisa King.
That was probably one of the best catch throw combinations I've ever saw.
That was great.
I mean, good try by Sarah Rodriguez, but right over her fingertips.
Speaking of which, good to see Bulldog back. I believe she missed their game 2 weeks ago, so got healthy during the bye. But Lisa King, I think she's the receiver that caught the touchdown too. She's looked talented. That was typical textbook what you do as a receiver. Catch the ball, step out of bounds as flawlessly as she did.
Yeah, just worry about the ball. Don't worry about getting hit or dropping or where you are.
Exactly. So here we go again. They're in the red zone, really moving here. And they're going to give that to Snyder again.
And
Wow.
Snyder seems like a freight train.
She did. She dragged Elliot Newen with her, and that is not easy to do.
Man, I wouldn't want to get in front of her.
No, I would not.
Luna, it's a match made.
Yeah, exactly.
Luna and Snyder, I think they'll be going head
We'll
to head
see that
tonight.
battle quite a few times. We'll see both sides getting the upper hand over each other all night.
And with about 7.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and Luna already has 4 tackles, and 2 of them are Snyder.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be a long night for both of them.
And Snyder wins that encounter right there. Doesn't go towards New inside, but it doesn't matter. That's a touchdown. 13-0.
13-0 for the Warriors. A great run to the outside.
Yeah, quick little 3-yard dash there for the score.
That was like how you exactly draw it up. Like, all you guys block right, run left.
And we already mentioned Priscilla Gardner, who's a former offensive MVP. They haven't really used her as much as they have been with Alexis Snyder, who's actually also an all-star running back and was a rugby star at ASU. I believe that's Arizona State. that they're referring to
Now,
for that ASU.
I don't know how familiar you are with rugby, but rugby's got some
You gotta be
BAMs
tough.
playing.
You gotta
They are
be tough
some
to play
tough
rugby. Yeah, rugby's pretty big in
players.
Hawaii. So yeah, you gotta be big. You gotta be strong. You gotta be fearless. And that kick was a lot more without
Upright
question.
through the uprights.
Yeah, no question there that one was good. 14-0, and this has been a tough start for the Rebellion, but we've seen things we've liked. What do you think they need to do to get back into this?
I think they just got to go simple on offense. They're doing, me being a Chicago Bears fan, I'm very used to this style of football right now. Their defense is burnt. Their offense can't get anything going. Their special teams is just being an average special teams team. So you can't expect much. So the offense needs to step up by breaking down plays and making them easier, making it easier to catch the ball.
Just
and
stick
run
with the basics, yeah.
Yeah, stick with your basics. Don't do anything fancy right now because it's almost making it too hard to play.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Nick. So we want to thank another sponsor real quick during this kickoff. If you like having socks that make other people ask where you got them, Fighting USA has those, and you can get a pair of your own. Just go to fightingusa.com and use the code SDR10.
We got Vanika Jarvis.
Nice play there by Vanika Jarvis.
Vanika Jarvis.
Oh no,
taking it to
at
the
end of that
other
one.
side of the field.
And we'll see what happens there. That was a little more exciting what I was saying. I need to wrap that up. Use the code SDR10 to get 10% off your order. But more importantly, what just happened there? Vanika Jarvis came bursting down the field.
Vanika Jarvis fielded the kick at the 37-yard line, just clean in the air. Then she took the ball to around the 39-yard line of the Warriors, but the officials are talking about a penalty.
Yeah, we'll see what
That was a personal foul face mask.
Ooh. That's a huge break because Vanika Jarvis fumbled at the end of that kickoff, so it's still
and it looked
Rebellion
like
ball.
The Warriors even recovered
exactly.
that. So, but with that penalty, it goes back to the Rebellion. So it looks like a 1st and 10.
Wow.
From. We're gonna find out soon from the officiating crew.
Yeah,
but
they'll confirm it in a sec.
40, great field position to start this, and maybe a turn of events here for the Rebellion.
Yeah, really. I mean, you're only down 2 possessions right now in the first quarter. For a talented team like the Rebellion, it's a possible quick cut to that deficit.
Yeah, and I don't think they're doing anything wrong. They just need to make things easier right now on themselves.
So here we go here. Jordan trying to get in my psyche over there, but it's not going to work tonight.
Martin taking a couple of the Warriors players for a 4-yard ride on that one.
Yeah, great job there. I've compared her to, I'd say that she reminds me a lot of Cam Newton. She's like that hard to tackle. Yeah. Big athletic player.
Very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, she's talented, and on both sides of the ball too. Cool to see. So we'll see what how she's able to lead the offense here. 2nd down and about 6.
And she'll go to the air. Into the air.
Ooh, nice throw there.
I don't know about that. That
Selena
was
Graves.
A questionable no call on that.
She's looking for the flag. You saw her go up to the ref there.
Yeah, she just.
He wasn't having any of it.
Selena Graves definitely wanted that penalty flag to be called on that.
Yeah, no, you saw her going over there pleading her case, but,
yeah, but you know,
it doesn't work every time.
These refs ain't biting.
Nope. So here we go. It makes it 3rd and 6 again. They're going to go with the option here.
That option
no.
that gave the ball up last time. And it gives up the ball again.
And it is the same thing that happened.
So, all right.
Same play, same mistake, but different player. This time Ronnie Armstrong is not able to hold on to it. Good job, though. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Janet Jimenez, a.k.a. Big Mexico, just got the fumble recovery again.
Now, Luke,
If you're getting hungry, stop by.
That was the same play. Nenji Martin, same exact scenario. She's about to get tackled. She pitches the ball out. Now, this is the second time it's happened. Well, second turnover.
I'm gonna.
What
go
are
ahead.
you saying as a coach to Nenji?
You know what? I'm actually, and I want to hear what you say after this. I would go after the running back a little bit more. I mean, I'm more of a basketball guy. Here we go. We have number 43, Priscilla Gardner. Nice run there. But anyway, I played a lot more basketball than I did football in high school. And you always got to be ready for a pass, even if your point guard's looking the other direction, because he'll hit you with that behind the back. So I feel like as the running back, you have to always be expecting that your quarterback might pitch it back to you until the whistle's blown.
Yeah, I like that you actually said that. That kind of gives it a different spin, because I would tag along on you there that the running back should be looking, but I would say the running back is actually running to keep up with Nenji.
True, yeah.
Rather than running behind her.
Right.
It's a pitch. It's not a lateral. It's not a rugby. Just get even with me, and right when you catch the ball, you should be even with me.
Oh wow, another, and it looks like no matter.
Start on the Warriors, but an incomplete as
very lucky
the
break
officials determine.
I mean, that would have counted as a incomplete pass either way, I believe, since it was in front of her. So I mean, not necessarily a fumble there, but it's offset anyway. We're gonna see a
motion, offense, 5-yard penalty.
5-yard, or is it a 10-yard penalty? No,
So
5-yard.
5-yard penalty. So, but it's a loss of down. So
Yeah, 5-yard penalty and a loss of downs at the 40-yard line.
All right, let's make some noise, Rebellion fans. It is third down.
So the errors like that's got to give you hope as the Rebellion.
Oh yeah, and well, for a couple reasons. I mean, that's kind of what halted their drive a little earlier, was those penalties. So it looks history's repeating itself. You want that if you're the Rebellion right now.
Yeah, and going back to the first play on this drive for the Warriors,
Nice.
and a way overthrown ball.
Nice heave.
So we could go back to the first play of this drive by the
Right, go ahead.
Warriors. Nenji, you could tell she's getting a little bit frustrated. So
I mean, she's the leader of the team. You don't want to be down right now. But what do you mean as far
what
as
she did was that when the ball carrier was going down to the ground, she clawed at that ball, tried to strip it from her. All good football there. There is nothing wrong with that. I want to see all my players
it's some of that,
do that.
extra aggression when you're
Yeah.
a little
it's that
PO'd.
frustration.
Right, exactly.
It builds up. It's kind of like okay, guys, these are stupid errors we're committing.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
stop.
Oh, yeah. Especially, when it's stuff like that that's in your control, you're going to be mad.
And another overthrown ball by the Warriors for a turnover on downs.
big play there. I mean, the Warriors are being very aggressive. They're not punting. They're going for it no matter what the yardage is, but there were no receivers in that area. If your
Not in the
quarterback's
proximity.
If your quarterback's got a cannon like that, you got to be sprinting up the
I
field.
don't know. You
so-
could almost throw the flag on that for just throwing the ball away.
Yeah, I mean,
Because there was no receivers.
You're right, yeah, intentional grounding.
But
yeah,
it passed the line of scrimmage,
No,
so it's all good.
she had someone in mind. It's just, those receivers were nowhere near that. Great throw by the quarterback. And, I mean, obviously great defense by the Rebellion, too.
And I would say if the Rebellion offense scores right here,
Yeah, it changes a lot.
It changes it, but it definitely, I would definitely say right now this is a defensive game.
Oh, yeah, you can see that.
Even though it's 14-0, those points were scored on
Quick plays, just
quick
super quick.
plays,
Short
hit them while
drives.
they're down.
Yeah. And speaking of which, you're seeing it right there. Nenji Martin on that very last play took a big hit to end that one. So this has been defensive. That was only a 2-yard gain there.
It looked like she went down a little awkwardly there. Hopefully she's all right.
Yeah, we'll see right here. So far, she's standing tall.
Looking to the air again.
And she'll go with a quick screen here to number 13. That's Smers Brzezinski with the catch there, but she's brought down quickly. Big thanks to San Diego Digital Imagery from our programs, ticket and flyers to our live streaming. There isn't anything they can't do for your team or business.
So look at the size that Sherminsky is in your top of your screen right now. She is a big player. It's amazing they don't use her more often.
I know that. I mean, that is the good thing that you can say about this team is that they're versatile. They like to use different players, but sometimes you got to go with your big guns. You got to go with the stars.
You do, and hopefully that's what the coaches are telling the players right now, as the Warriors just called their first team timeout of the half.
True. Yep, we're going to get a break here. Perfect time to thank another sponsor. Play Again Now Recovery, proud supporters of the Rebellion from the beginning. Play Again Now is a daily recovery drink formulated with 2 active ingredients, high molecular weight, high hyaluronic acid, and MSM to help provide lubrication, anti-inflammatory, and immune support at the cellular level, aka recovery for the entire human body. This unique combination helps fight delayed onset muscle soreness, giving you rapid elasticity and flexibility throughout your musculoskeletal system after every workout. They provide product that helps keep our players feeling ready to go. To get yours, visit their Facebook page or playagainnow.com. And that's my 2-minute warning. That was
a 2-minute drill by...
That's the big one right there.
That was a big, long ad there.
Go to playagainnow.com.
Time to take a breather and just, sit back, watch some
Watch
Rebellion
some football. Yes, sir. Let's see what happens here on 3rd and long for the Rebellion. Like you've said, it is a defensive battle despite the 14-0 deficit. Here we go. The crowd getting nice and quiet for Nenji. And the toss work there. But great job by number 87. Suzanne Lynn snuffs that one out. They call her Q.
It's got to be Q for no quit in her.
I was trying to think of something.
Right
you got
after
it.
you.
There you go. Maybe they should call her no Q. That was
she
good.
Could be double teamed, then there's no quit in her.
Really? Yeah, she blew through that. I thought, because the Rebellion did do it a little differently. Nenji didn't run as far out that time. She did a quick toss, which was better, but they snuffed it out.
It was better just because it connected.
Yeah, exactly.
But now look into the air with the defense in her face.
Great job by Selena Grace for catching that, but it is all Warriors on that play.
Warriors group tackle.
That was Jasmine Edwards getting in there with well, sorry, I thought it was number 54, but
either way, the Warriors defense stepped up on that.
Exactly.
But again, going back to field awareness is, it's 4th down, where you caught where the first down is, how far it is away. You got to realize that you caught the ball, there's people behind you, just take the hit there. She looped back, lost 3 yards because of she made her first stride.
Right. And you know what? As we see number 43 here, that's Priscilla Gardner again around the side. You know what? I think that was intentional. I think the Warriors were okay with the short guy getting the catch there versus a deep throw. So good defense.
That's what you gotta. I'm more of a defensive coach.
Right.
I'm a defensive coordinator, and is what I would be telling my defense. It's 4th and long, 4th and 15. If they have a guy sitting at 7 yards, let him have it. Just don't let him get 8 more yards.
Exactly. You can give that up. Once you're on 4th down, those yards don't matter unless you get the first. Here's Priscilla Gardner again around the side. Great job shedding that first tackle. But that is... Let's see who was able to throw her out at the end of that one. That was Elliot Nguyen. Good job there, throwing her out of bounds at the end of that one.
Yeah, Elliot Nguyen just does not give up.
Still making moves. And,
or Elliot Nguyen, excuse us. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Elliot Nguyen. That is correct. Elliot Nguyen, yeah.
But you aren't sharing your bubbles. How rude.
So here we go. On, what is this, 1st down?
1st and 10 from the 49.
It's new win because they've been saying it new yet. Yeah. Yeah, so it is Nguyen. If we've ever been saying Nguyen, we apologize for that. But anyway, here we go. First down
and
for
10 for the Warriors. What a laser!
Oh, I think that was a drop, though.
That was a
A little
drop.
too much of a laser there.
Yeah, you can't be throwing Brett Favre bullets out here. You don't got Donald Driver catching it.
That's right. That was Ashley Beans getting the drop there. So
Yeah,
I mean,
Ashley Beans.
great great receiving core here, but she gave her a little too much strength on
Yeah,
that
a little
throw.
too much zip on the ball.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
And they're gonna give it to Garner.
As it looks like it's an offsides on the Rebellion. A free play there for the
That's
Warriors.
tough because Elliott Nguyen just burst through that line and was really the defining factor in that. I mean, she slowed down Gardner just enough for the rest of the team to catch up.
Hey, well, there's a reason for everything.
Yes.
She burst through that line because she was caught offsides.
True.
You know, this officiating crew is not letting anything
No,
slip.
they
are
are
calling this game hardcore.
They are earning their paycheck tonight. They are, yeah, they're really trying to run things right now. And I mean, well, I guess even if they let it run, they'd still be earning their paycheck. But still, they, I mean, obviously the refs.
They're in
gonna
a
be-
better light with the spectators.
Yeah, exactly.
Calling the game like
Exactly.
it is rather than turning the other way if there's something fishy going on.
And I just want to take a moment to point out number 87 up there.
Look at Luna bringing
Nice
the
pressure
Although
on
she
that
didn't
one.
get the tackle.
It was Leslie
that was
Hubble.
Leslie Hubble.
Leslie Hubble
But,
gets the defining
You
tackle
know,
there.
that's all I would definitely say. She's walking across the ball right now. That's all Tanya Luna.
Yeah, Tanya Luna.
She brought the pressure, made her scramble, and then Leslie Hubble came in to clean up the mess.
I'm going to go ahead and make her comparison. I'd say her player comparison is like a Vince Wilfork. Like
Yes.
she's that big defensive tackle that just gets so many people pressured on her that it opens up other people.
And that's not because you're a New England Patriots fan.
Right,
That is
yeah.
because she does resemble
Exactly.
Vince Wilfork.
Yes.
Well, now retired Vince Wilfork.
Yes, thank you, Nick.
But longtime New England Patriot.
And
That is the end of the first quarter.
That is correct.
14-0 Los Angeles Warriors.
yeah, it's a little. I mean, obviously, two possession deficit. You can cut into that pretty quick, but I mean, 14-0. Good for the first quarter, but it's been competitive.
Yeah, so we kind of been giving our synopsis of the quarter as it goes
Right.
on, but now that it's over, what do you think the Rebellion needs to work on from this moment on?
I think that you know what? It might have to switch. I totally agreed with you before that they needed to keep things simple, but now that the quarter's done and things haven't really changed, I think you have to start going aggressive. The Warriors have made mistakes with penalties, so they might be feeling a little like
They got to play careful.
yeah, they got to be conservative. They're not going to rush the line as quick. They're not going to be putting their hands on receivers as much. You got to take advantage of that.
Right. And I actually really like that mindset. Just the Warriors are now going to play super simplistic rather than still maybe run and gun because of the penalties.
Exactly. And we see a nice throw. Oh, nice throwing
Nice
catch
throw,
there.
nice catch.
That's Priscilla Gardner again. That's their all-star running back, one of the two. And you saw that there. She looked like their top wide receiver on that
She
catch.
was the Women's Football Association two-time offensive MVP.
Wow.
So she showed her a reason
Yeah,
why.
I mean,
right there.
to be the offensive MVP, you can't be one-dimensional. You got to be able to do both, and she did.
And if you are unaware, the WFA is nationwide, so that
Right,
means she
exactly.
is the best offensive player of the nation.
Exactly. She's getting awards that the whole country is competing for. That's impressive.
Very impressive.
So here we go. That makes it first down. At the Rebellion
First and 10
32.
inside the Rebellion yard territory.
Yep, Rebellion territory. And this time they go with Alexis Snyder. And she's going all the way.
Snyder.
Wow.
She is not a runner.
She tried. She almost went all the way.
Yeah, almost all the way.
And she's running with a little pep right now. I think she wants that ball back.
But Kristen Sheminsky with the big presence is there to knock her out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, it may be a big run, and obviously that sucks, big gain, but you can't let them score, so great job by Smerzinski for getting the touchdown save and tackle. And that'll make it 1st and goal now.
And other than just a few big plays here and there, the Rebellion defense is really holding their own. It's just like they either miss an assignment or it looks like they might be a little tired. They missed a step.
Oh, nice cutback by Alexis Snyder there. Did you see that?
Wow.
She looked like Le'Veon Bell with that little cut at the beginning of that run. Wow. This is a tough team, and they're celebrating.
They're reason they're in Division 1, and that's... Snyder is reason number 1.
They got Snyder, they got Gardner, they have that receiver king. This is an impressive offense going up against an impressive defense, and right now the offense has a little bit more of an upper hand.
I would just say so because of size. I mean, they are
exactly.
big.
And Nick, like you said, those tiny miscues, they mean a lot more when you're playing a really good team versus a less talented team. In this game, a tiny miscue is the difference between a 20-yard run and a 40-yard touchdown. So you really got to be like just. Every single play has to be near perfect for the Rebellion right now.
And it looks like the Warriors are human after all.
Missing the extra point.
Missing the extra point.
I know. We weren't expecting that. I mean, well, it looked like it was getting a little better every time. We've seen something different. The Rebellion almost blocked the first one. Second one's completely good. Third one misses. So it's been a wild night with extra points.
The pressure is getting there, but that was just wide left.
Yeah, exactly. Not every team is going to have a great kicker. I mean, and even in the NFL, not every team is a great kicker. So it happens. I mean,
it's understandable.
We'll see. Maybe I'm underrating her a little bit, and she'll drain a couple 40-yarders later in this game. But we'll see what happens here.
We got our time clock operator here, trash talking the other team.
No, she's not.
But as they set up for to kick off now for the LA Warriors. She doesn't have the biggest boot, but it gets the job done. I mean, look at that.
Oh.
You can't ask for a better result on that.
And I can't say I liked that. Well, we'll see what happens. If I'm Elliot Nguyen, I let that bounce out of bounds right now.
I don't think it actually was going out of bounds.
You don't think so?
If you looked on a little bit closer, I don't think it was going out of bounds.
Well, then I stand corrected.
Because it bounced up at her feet, bounced in her hand, and that's why she lost control of it.
I stand corrected. Great job, Elliot Nguyen, for getting control. I just feel a little bit like she could have bobbled it out of bounds. You don't think so? Yeah.
Well, she could have bobbled it out of bounds.
I mean, that puts you at the 40-yard line.
No. If she touches it, then that penalty is
you're right,
negated.
Nick. No, I'm thinking the kick didn't get touched yet. You're right. She touched it. That would have completely been an out of bounds thing. Didn't really matter there.
But she still played a risky game there of trying to handle the ball.
Right. I would have either way. I would have rather seen a bad out of bounds. You are right. It wouldn't have brought them out to 40. But I mean, either way, good job getting on it. It's not a turnover.
It's not going out. Get on the ball.
Exactly. You no turnover, no problem. So here we go. First down at the 32-yard line. And they're going back to the option. Ooh.
Let's analyze this a little bit closer.
Nenjis
is walking slowly right now, and Armstrong
is she hobbled,
is like half her size. So you can't blame Nenji for missing a pitch there. But the ball is always on the backhand of Ronnie Armstrong.
Yeah.
So if you're running and you always got to catch it behind you, it doesn't matter if you're watching the ball every time. Your momentum is stopped.
And that's possibly why we've seen these miscues. And, great job, by the way, by Ronnie for bringing that in.
For adjusting to it, yes.
And improvising. But It's still technically a catch. You need to put it in their chest.
Exactly. Yes.
And here we go. Nenji's going to come back.
Look
Nice
into the
throw
air.
there. But good
Over
defense.
the middle.
That was number
And
77. That was Sela Iose, I believe. Unless that is, yeah, sorry, it is. It's Sela Iose.
With the good coverage on that. But
She's a lineman, too. Defensive lineman coming out and playing some DB on that one. Cool. What were you going to say about Smozinski, Nate?
She wanted the call again.
Yeah, she has. She hasn't liked.
Is she trying to nudge something to the ref? Like, hey, come on.
She hasn't liked how aggressive the other team's being. But
an over the head snap.
and once again, great
now
job.
that is unfortunately the name of the game.
And we've seen, wow, recovered by number 58, I believe, Stephanie Lopez. But big credit to
Big Mexico
that's right.
shoving
Yeah,
Ronnie
that's exactly what I was going to say. I mean,
mean,
both these teams have been showing a lot of talent tonight, but the small things the Warriors are doing are why it's 20-0 right now. That little shove that Janet Jimenez, a.k.a. Big Mexico, I'll call her that for her Big Mexico from now on. Great shove there at the end, and that's totally legal.
Yeah.
It wasn't from the back, it was from the side.
You heard it here in the stands. It was where's the call? But it is football. It's totally legal.
I think that was from the side. I don't think that was a shove in the
Both players have a
back.
right to the ball.
Wow, great job there by Patricia Gardner.
Gardner with
Or Priscilla Gardner, excuse me.
Priscilla Gardner with the off tackle carry for a touchdown.
But what I really liked about that play is how the quarterback still faked a throw after she gave it up. Like I've been saying, it's those small things. When you're a talented team like the Rebellion, you have to be paying attention to those small things because that's how the good teams are going to beat you. Is with those just smaller. You don't really practice that kind of stuff. It takes a certain type of talent to know when to shove the guy out of the way or fake the throw.
The coaches tell them to do those things, but it's never practiced.
Ooh, that
and
one no
two
good.
missed in a row.
And it's a rough
Are
night
things
for.
changing?
It's a rough night for the LA kicker. She's 2 for 4 right now, which is not the best percentage.
50%.
She has time to bounce back though. So she's been booting. She's got a kickoff. So
That's her game.
yeah, exactly.
That's why she's the kicker.
Exactly.
It's 6 points, touchdown, 1 point extra point after. Not a big deal if you miss it, especially when you're up
When you have a
26-0.
lead. And for all we know, it's just an off night because they're trusting her to kick it every time. It's not like they're going for 2, so maybe it's just an off night. We'll see what continues. Unless the Rebellion are able to hold them off from scoring here. I mean, what they don't even want to see her kicking right now.
Yeah, if I'm the Rebellion, the last thing I want to see is her kicking the ball.
So her name is pronounced Donna Zyke. And
Now, okay, we have the return there by Irish Jones. Again, you need football smarts.
yeah.
You have to realize, excuse me, that was actually Elliot Nguyen with the return.
She's been getting the returns a
The
lot.
ball was slowly going out of bounds. There is no penalty to let it go out of bounds if you could return it.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe next time, I think the coaches should start saying let the ball go out of bounds. Follow the ball so if the Warriors are at your back, you can jump on it.
It's an adjustment. I mean, don't get me wrong. When you're down there on the field, it's hard to see that, but it is an adjustment that we can easily see from here. That's twice in a row the ball almost bounced out of bounds. So, yeah, I mean, if you're hearing us, that is an adjustment. Maybe the coaches can, since we can see it from here. But anyway, here we go. First down.
Nenji hands the ball off for a short gain up the middle.
And that is a big hit by Suzanne Lynn. Ronnie Armstrong, such a talented running back, but we haven't really been able to see her ability to burst up the field because she's barely gotten any yards so far.
Yeah, you know, besides her talented footwork, You got to give it to her. She is half the size of these women
She's been taking
and
hits.
running tall.
And that's the thing. It'd be one thing if she was picking the wrong holes and stuff, but it's really been this defensive line just surging through and getting at her. They've left her helpless. So great job by the Warriors. Here we go, second down. They're going to give it to her one more time. Same result. Is it a fumble? And
it is
another
turnover
this
for
is
the Rebellion.
Not what you want to see right now if you're the Rebellion, because that right there, it just looked like it slipped out. I don't know if she necessarily got hit or not.
It does.
It's those tough mistakes right now. Every play matters.
Your mindset right now, 10 minutes left in the half.
Uh-huh.
You already had a few miscues this quarter.
Right.
You just want to get to the half?
Exactly, yes. I think that, I mean, obviously, there's still actually a lot of time to make a comeback. I mean, we've seen teams come back from 26 down before.
Now, excuse me for an interruption, Luke, but they actually said she's down. It's
Wow.
the Rebellion ball. So we were right up here. Our eyes were correct.
Nice.
And then she looked into the air button, overthrown ball.
It was.
Intended.
They tried to go to Selena Graves, but she wasn't in the vicinity again. I don't know if, I mean, it's one of three things or maybe a combination of all three. One, great pressing by the Warrior defense, which, I mean, is definitely a fact. We've seen that. Two, miscommunications. The receivers don't seem to be running anywhere near the ball. Or three, Nenji Martin is getting a little too just like hectic. Like she really feels like
First punt ever by the Rebellion offense or special teams.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to earlier in the game and got hit. But I don't know, do you think that Nenji may be getting a little too just hasty right now, forcing stuff?
I think she is because, I was going to say this right after the incompletion, but it seems like the Rebellion offense is running what you would in schoolyard football, where it's just run out and get open. It's not, all right, this guy's running to get this other guy open. And I think they need more plays like that.
I mean, I do think...
Where they need like crossing routes, routes that go underneath.
I think I agree. I mean, obviously we're seeing plays. They're running real plays, but maybe just a little more creativity on. I mean, obviously we don't know what they're calling. All we've seen is throws being overthrown. So maybe it is. Maybe it's just that miscommunication because you know they've got to be running something down there. There's obviously plays that are being called.
So if you look, take that play that was just ran, for instance, by the Warriors.
Which was good stop there by the Rebellion, about a 4-yard gain by Mary Rose Roach.
Brought down by number 77, Tanya Luna.
And I think it is. Back to their offense, because, I mean, that's really the fact right now. Their defense has actually been playing great. It's the offense that, I mean, no matter what you call as a coach, if the players aren't on 100% the same page, or, I mean, maybe sometimes you can get away with 90%. It doesn't really matter what you're calling out there. Like, you can run all the right plays all night.
It depends on what the players...
Exactly. If they're doing something like a pitch that's a little too far back, which you can't control, it's just a tough thing that happens. But, wow. We've seen some of that speed by Priscilla Gardner. I believe she is track and field star in college. So, yeah, we're seeing a little bit
so we
of that.
mentioned her earlier. She just got the previous touchdown for the Warriors and showing now her track and field speed.
Exactly.
Right there.
She is. She's outrunning that initial defensive line, which is the biggest strength for the Rebellion.
Which is always key. Once you get past them, it's kind of now you get to work on your moves you worked on all week.
So anyway, I want to kind of wrap up what we were talking about as far as the offense. Like we were saying, however many plays you can call, if you're not executing or everyone's on the same page on the field, it won't necessarily work. Great run here again by number 43, Priscilla Gardner. But, I mean, how do you, as a coach, get your players on the same page, because I think that's the thing. When you're down 26-0, it's a little, you'll overreact to certain things versus when you have the lead, you're more relaxed and you're more comfortable.
What I would do, at least right now, is start widening your defense.
Yeah.
So move your linebackers to the edges and move your tackles out, because if anything's going in the middle, then it's getting stopped by either Tanya Luna or the inside linebackers.
Right, yeah. I agree. You got to force them in like we just saw there. And great tackle by
Tanya Luna.
That's right, number 77, Tanya Luna.
Big
just like you
force
said.
tonight.
It's that announcer luck when you say
Hey,
something.
they don't
that
call me
happens.
coach for
Yeah,
nothing.
Exactly. Quick time here to give a special thanks to Jacked Up Brewery, the fifth quarter home of your San Diego Rebellion. Join the team and coaches for great local beer as well as the EMS food truck. And once again, San Diego Digital Imagery, from their programs, ticket and flyers to the live streaming. There isn't anything they can't do for your team or business. Back to the game, second down here.
Second and long.
Rebellion hoping for a comeback. Warriors hoping for a little bit of what we've already seen so far. And they're going deep. Great catch.
What a catch and throw. We got a stud.
In basketball,
Lisa King.
yes, that's her second touchdown catch, I believe. In basketball, we call that an N1. I think there was a flag at the end of that one, too.
I think it was just they're calling what there is. Because it was a touchdown doesn't mean there's not a penalty.
Well, we saw there was a little bit of touching at the end of that one. I mean,
and it's a holding call on the Rebellion.
Exactly. No, I could see it. I mean, you want to be aggressive right now when you're the Rebellion with the way that the Warriors are throwing, but it goes both ways. We mentioned earlier that maybe the Warriors are a little more conservative on defense, but the Rebellion obviously have to see too that the refs are just throwing flags right now.
Here's my quick adjustments for your defense. Is that you're getting beat, right? That you need to back up your defense. They're going to the outside, so you need to widen your defense.
Right.
So what you're adjusting for is make things easier on you. Don't run as far or direct the play where you want it. So she broke her streak. Now she's back in that column of made PATs.
Yeah, there you go. Shaky
she's
start.
Now 3 for 5.
Yeah.
Brings her percentage up to a good 60%.
Exactly, and that one actually looked good. I think she's in a rhythm now. So 33-0, big deficit. We're so used to seeing the Rebellion on the other side of that one.
Hey, but this game's not over yet.
It is.
It's
This
not
is
even
where-
halftime.
This honestly is where you see quote-unquote playoff football. What are the Rebellion going to do to cut this deficit?
Yeah, the better teams come out in the second half.
This is the time where if you're up 33-0, let's say you're the Warriors and you have a negative 2-yard run. Nobody cares. If you're the Rebellion and you have a negative 2-yard run right now,
you're gonna make adjustments.
It's everything right now. So here we go with the kickoff. That is number 50, Donna Zyke. With a nice kick there. And it's Vanika Jarvis. Big kick. And it's not
As
easy.
she slams the ball down, though, you gotta
They're
wonder.
frustrated.
So she's frustrated, yes, but she ran backwards. So it's it's kind of counterintuitive of why you just slammed the ball down if you lost your own yards.
Well, no, I think that's why she was frustrated. I think I'm in her mind. There was probably a cut there to be made, but that was such a quick tackle. Like the Warriors defender kind of jumped at her. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, very kind of like an alligator going after prey.
I'd be frustrated too if I was Vanika Jarvis on that one. I didn't see a problem with that. So here we go, first down. Nenji Martin in the shotgun. They've been going with the shotgun all night. These snaps
are so high.
That's so tough.
Nenji Martin with those long, big arms recovers the ball.
Great job by Nenji Martin getting that ball back there. But
a timeout
It's
call.
tough. And look, you see Nenji Martin. It's either hopefully she's not shook
She is
right now.
holding her left arm.
It looks like she took a little bump there. But it's frustration too. I mean, that's the thing. If you want to start the 33-point comeback, you gotta be doing football 101. A snap is the basics. It's not like one is forgivable, two is come on, we really got to get back into this. If you have
Three is inexcusable.
and this is the fifth, I think.
Yeah.
It's you really have to. That right there has to be your main focus right now.
Well, so
Before you do anything else, because this is a good team.
I used to play center, and now I actually coach it as well as a position coach.
So you know the
And,
importance.
yeah, what's going on is they're gripping the ball way too tight and just chucking it back.
Nick,
there.
if I'm them right now, I go with.
I go up to the press
yeah,
box
exact-
and get Coach Nick down.
Well, that too. But what I was gonna say is I'd be getting a snap right there directly. No shotgun.
Yeah.
Get the snap
Yeah.
right. I'm blanking on what that's called. If you
A
can help me
pistol.
out. No, not even a pistol. Just go right up to the center
Oh,
and
under
get the ball.
center.
Yeah, exactly. Get it direct. Exactly. Thank you. Under center. I don't know why that was escaping my mind, but you just got to go under center and get that snap.
I
There's-
think it's more so, it doesn't look like she practiced that footwork because that is different footwork than shotgun footwork.
Well, absolutely, but I mean, I think Nenji is their best player. She's a quarterback. I think. I think she could adjust to that. I would be doing that right now. Well, that was a good snap, but not.
But
Not
we
enough
have
there,
Leslie
yeah.
Hubble in the backfield
Yeah,
as
trying to make
running
a block
back.
there. That was Suzanne Lin bringing down
But like
Nenji.
she
so great
didn't
job
know
there.
what she was doing. Nenji looked like she was maybe pitching, but she heard me up here saying, "Keep the ball if you're pressured."
Well, it's miscommunication on both sides because it did. It almost looked like Leslie ran into a spot she wasn't supposed to, almost.
Yes.
Because that did kind of slow the play down. We've been stressing this. You have to get on the same page if you want to make this comeback because this team knows how to score. And they have this player like Nenji Martin.
Martin had just an arm away from breaking
And
one
it's
free.
Suzanne Lin. What's crazy, every week Nenji Martin is one of the larger players on the
Yes.
field, but tonight she's met her match as far as size. Suzanne Lin, basically the same size, just kind of took her down. Not too much trouble on that. Usually we see a lot of trouble taking down Nenji Martin.
So I want to kind of transition our focus that we've been talking about all the special players,
Right.
the receivers, running backs, quarterbacks. Let's take a look at this line here and the edge that the Warriors get off. That they're all getting through off of the edge
Oh yeah, exactly.
rather than in the middle.
Well, it's almost the opposite of the Rebellion style. It's their edge rushers that are making all the impact versus the interior linemen. Which either way is really tough, but it's just a different type of tough. I think that the interior running or the interior defense is stronger against running, while that outer defense, like defensive ends, that'll get you when you're trying to throw the ball, which is what the Rebellion have been trying to do.
Right, because they're in shot.
Exactly.
Just a quick tad of notice is the coaching staff for the LA Warriors. They're pretty good.
Oh,
They
yeah.
picked up on what the Rebellion are doing on defense and on offense. So the coaching adjustment I would make is copy the Warriors defense. They are doing what you need to do. They bring the pressure on the outside.
Yeah, no idea is original in this day and age. You gotta learn from the greats.
Copy
So yeah,
and steal everything.
great tackle there by Elliott Nguyen, who has been their big, just the biggest factor for them all night.
Yeah, she's one of a handful of factors, Elliott Nguyen, but that hopefully is a turnaround. You got plenty of time left in the half, just over 4 minutes before the end of the first half. See if they could get a turnover and maybe turn things in their direction
Yes.
and get a quick score.
And Nick, I'm just gonna have to say it on the air because now that I think about it, when I've been reading these, I think you were right. I think it is Elliot Wynn. So, and I was the one that actually corrected you to say no, it's not. So I'll just have to say that real quick.
It's okay,
it is
Luke.
Elliot
I forgive
Wynn.
you.
Yes, thank you, Nick. Oh, nice catch there by number 30. Oh, and
nice ankle bite.
yeah, Jamie Robinson just caught that pass and then just jumped forward at her.
And then Alicia Burney was like a rattlesnake coming out of a bush.
Yes.
With that quick snare on her ankle there.
Yeah,
That was-
exactly. So that was, good job by both sides there. But wow, illegal formation, which I guess you could kind of see that because she was wide open.
She was, and that's what it's almost like the Warriors could hear me, or
Yeah.
they're watching my broadcast because that was an under route,
Right,
a
exactly.
crossing route that went under all your routes that are going deep. So it draws the defense out
Exactly.
and opens up the short game.
Special thanks to Fighting USA, providing the game socks. To get your fighting on, visit PHITENUSA.com. Use the code SDR10. Get 10% off your order. Here we go.
A
Second
low
down.
snap and an overthrown ball.
Brooke Newsom with the incomplete, that was Chantel Wiggins. Brooke Newsom's actually our
If
number
you
8.
look at the bottom of your screen on the 40-yard line, that's Kristen Sheminsky.
Yeah.
I mean, she's even barking at her coaches right now. I mean, she is a very vocal player.
Oh, well, she's one of the leaders of this team, and sometimes you get certain privileges as far as talking to coaches when you're more of a leader
And
versus a rookie.
you have to be that way.
Yeah, exactly.
I always felt that the players that were more vocal and involved with the coaching staff are the much better players.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to have that. When you're on the field, you see a different side of what's going on.
And another overthrown ball for Shane Wiggins.
She's got an arm. Chantel Wiggins.
She definitely has an
She's
arm.
got the form. She's got all she passes the look test, but those receivers haven't been able to get open for a couple plays now. Give their belly credit for sure.
Yeah, definitely credit on the coverage because I would always say when you see those stats on the cornerbacks, 0 thrown to, 1 thrown to.
Right.
Those are good numbers. You want golf numbers
Yes.
as a cornerback. You want the lowest number.
Yes, exactly.
That means you are doing your
Well,
job.
no, it's a good point. Sometimes the all-pro cornerbacks only have like 1 interception, and people be like, "Wait, so then how are they?" No, it's because
Well, it's
nobody
not-
threw at
yeah.
them. Yeah, nobody threw at them all year. Of course, they only have 1 pick. So it is. It's about.
It's a 4th down punting situation with a sky-high punt.
Oh, nice job there.
shake and bake.
That was Selena Graves.
Selena Graves with a beautiful return for
20 plus
yards. Hopefully that's a mood changer.
That
there.
is. No, I think that is. I think that every once in a while, it takes a play to get you back in the game, and that might be it
does.
right there.
And all it is just one.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go. We'll see if we're right about that momentum
Once
switch.
Again, be sure to check out the Rebellion merchandise table at halftime.
Let's give a special thanks to Tomboy X. Underwear that can fit regular bodies and that anybody can feel comfy in, regardless of where they fell on the size or gender spectrum.
And it looks like down at the bottom of your screen, right in the middle there, we have Selena Graves.
Yep, she took a hit.
Down on her knees.
I hope she,
getting
you can
looked at
see
by the
right down there
trainer.
in the very bottom center. Hope she's feeling all right.
But as we look to the field, Nenji Martin back in the gun, looking to the air as she escapes his sack.
And she's going to improv
And
there. Nice hit. Nenji Martin did not want to lose yards on that one.
She was, if I could say, pissed.
If you take your frustration out, you better take it out on the other team, and she did right there.
Yeah, she definitely did. That wasn't a runaway truck. That was a runaway semi.
Yes, that was a collision. That's a...
That
Hope
was
she had
an
insurance.
oversized collision.
Yes.
Brings up 2nd and short. 2 big plays in a row. Looking for a 3rd here.
And
over
she got
the
it.
middle to Kristen Sierminski.
Nice hit at the end of that one, and unfortunately, Sierminski looks hurt, but great catch.
Great catch.
She gave it all, put her body on the line literally for that one. I really hope she's okay here.
I would partially agree with you, but hey, she did take steps. It's then sadly the name of the game.
Exactly. I mean, when
She
you're the other
just
team, you
got
gotta hit
a
hard.
perfect hit. Only if we had the replay ability, I would
Right.
draw with my little yellow pen saying, look, that was a perfect hit on the rib cage.
And Smurs may technically be a rookie, but she knows the game. She's played it for, age 8 to 12, then she played competitive flag football for a few years. She understands you're going to get hit out here.
As you looked on your right of your screen, she ran off the field.
Always a good sign.
Looking totally fine, just the wind knocked out of her.
Always a good sign.
Nothing bad at all. The Rebellion offense set up for a new set of downs here. The first set of downs in a while.
That's right, fresh first down.
Now they got 3 big plays in a row.
Exactly.
I think things are turning.
Like we said, that momentum, it takes one play to shift everything, and suddenly you feel a lot better.
It does.
Nenji
Another
avoiding
high
pressure.
snap, but Nenji Martin is just rolling, and throws the ball away.
And very fortunate they're not going to be...
Yeah,
they are
but-
going to. And it looks like they're going to call intentional grounding here, I believe. Great job by Nenji Martin for
Good job,
avoiding the
but-
defense.
You know,
These refs are tough tonight.
I'm a coach, and I would actually say, why'd you throw the ball away? You
Yeah?
had open green grass. Granted, you don't have eyes in the back of your head.
Right.
But that's have I been saying this whole broadcast? Field awareness.
So much pressure around her. There's not that much you can do there, but unfortunately...
it's a lot more than just 12 yards she just lost. She also lost a down.
Yes, that is a toughie. And they're going to give her a 10-yard loss. I cannot believe that...
18.
I can't believe that an intentional grounding, I guess it is that much of a loss yards, isn't it? And another high snap. Good job by Nenji getting that.
Wow, a laser over the middle.
That was faster than the camera. Nenji, she's doing what she can right now, but those snaps matter for multiple reasons. Whether or not the quarterback's grabbing it, it's your rhythm. If you're getting it super high, you're suddenly off rhythm trying to throw.
That's a half second
practice
off.
getting the ball lower and then lifting it up. So
That's why it is better to have a low snap than a high snap.
Exactly, and that half snap completely matters.
By being a New England Patriots fan,
I was about to say,
Tom
maybe I'm-
Brady's always on the ground picking the ball up.
Nice pass there, and Ronnie Armstrong does a little bit with that. I was just going to say, I don't want to gush too much about the Patriots, but Brady is known for having like 3 to 4 seconds, which is elite in the NFL. That's not that much time, and every second matters that much. So that half second where you're bringing the ball back down, that's a lot of pressure on you.
That's why coaches always stress execution. Execution is key.
Exactly.
It's timely. So a nice pickup there, but still 4th and long.
Yeah,
4th and
it will
15.
be 4th and 15 here. We'll see what the Rebellion can do.
And another high snap.
That is not what you wanted to see right now.
And she does.
Exactly. No, Nenji did the right thing. What
did.
else can you do there?
So
that is not what you wanted to see right now.
Now let's go to a more enjoyable subject, which is food. Who doesn't love food? And by food specific, it's called pizza. Who doesn't love pizza? If you are like me, after the game, you're always hungry, head on down to Felipe's Pizza in downtown Escondido. Felipe's Pizza is a proud sponsor of the San Diego Rebellion and today's game. So definitely go and get yourself a nice, greasy pepperoni pizza.
Exactly. Fill up. It is. That's some happy news because the Rebellion, obviously, you know that the coaches have mentioned it already. So, Nick, as the center, what do you do different now? What adjustments can you possibly make right now to stop snapping the ball so high every time.
Okay, I say it in golf all the time, that you got to grip the club like you're holding a bird.
Yeah.
You got to grip the ball like you're holding a bird. If you even put any ounce of pressure on that bird, you're going to hurt it.
Good point.
Make the ball your bird. Let's give it a name. Let's give it Jerry. You
Firm
don't
but
want to
light,
hurt
yeah.
Jerry.
And looks like they're going to run the clock out here. We did see the kneel, and you see the halftime buzzer wind down. Nick, like you were saying, you just got to be, there's just a certain way you have to hold the ball.
There is.
People take that for granted.
So, I mean, it goes so much more into depth, but it might be an angry game, a hard, vicious game, but you got to be cool as a cucumber out there. You got to be relaxed and flowing.
In your mind right now, if you're the Rebellion, it's a tied game right now, and you're trying to get that win. Like, you can't think of it as, I mean, up here we have a different view. Like, obviously, every play matters. Every play is defining at this point. But if you're down on the field, you can't think that way. You have to think, you have to feel just relaxed and feel like, okay, we can score, we can do this, we can feel good.
Take every play, one play at a time.
Exactly.
You're not going to change the game by a 30-yard pickup.
And I think it's frustrating for the Rebellion because they know what they can do. They know that they're a good team that's dominated two teams earlier in the year, but they can't be thinking like that. They have to realize right now, okay, we've gotten severely outplayed this first half, and it's going to take just a completely different brand of football than what we're used to. So we're going to give a quick thanks to a few sponsors before we turn this over to the other crew. Let's give a thanks to Coach Creed Morris and his 5-tool quarterback clinic. For more information, check out quarterbackcoach.org. And Play Again Now Recovery. Proud supporters of the Rebellion from the beginning. That's a daily recovery drink. Solely thing. But one team, I mean, they've had a few penalties early, but other than that, I mean, that second half second quarter they played very clean football. I didn't see a single flag, I don't think.
It was much cleaner football,
yeah,
but not mistake-free, just laundry-free. So
sure,
they used laundry detergent, and it helped.
I see what you're saying, as in it wasn't like they were just getting no plays, nothing all the time, because you would see it. You'd see the Rebellion making some moves, getting up the field, and then bam, turnover out of nowhere. Bad miss, bad snap, bad communication.
And it was not like just a bad throw or just a miscarry. It was all those pitches. They were in the back arm of Ronnie Armstrong.
Exactly. I mean, we were talking about that. A pitch is just like a throw. You got to be able to catch that in your chest. And, I mean, we're finally seeing that this is this team's first year ever playing together.
Yes, do keep that in mind. This Rebellion team was just constructed in the fall.
And, you know what? For a team that's never felt the sting of a loss, let's go compare them to the Las Vegas team in hockey right now. That's really never felt...
Yeah, the Las Vegas Knights. Technically, they're in the playoffs right now. They've never lost in the playoffs.
They haven't felt that disappointment yet. So you kind of it gets in your head a little bit when you're winning like that. The Rebellion, 2-0 for their history, they never lost a game.
Right.
So that's a whole other level of confidence heading into this. But now that confidence is out the window. You have to see, okay, this is it. This is Division I. These are the guys that we're going to be playing if we do make the playoffs, or when we make the playoffs.
I wouldn't say you got to think like that, but you got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, you got to keep it in mind that this is not the same team. The same two teams
2 weeks ago.
that we just got very easy, very sizable. It wasn't ever really out of question who was going to win those games. So
no, it wasn't. Rather than this, I would say
it's their first taste of adversity.
Yeah, that they finally met their match, and like I said a few minutes ago, is that I don't think they're being outplayed. They're just, the Warriors are jumping on opportunities, and plus that I say they are making adjustments rather than the Rebellion don't look to be making adjustments. Like what I've been saying, that widen your defense. Step a few steps backward and then start the play.
They're sticking with their strengths, when I understand, but sometimes the other team is able to counter your strengths, and then you have to go for other stuff. Sometimes the biggest thing that will lose you a game is the other team finds a hole or a weakness in your in just what you're doing, and they go at it the whole game.
Well, you can't really see it on the screen here, but we're here live in the press box, and we could look around. And if you look at the Warriors, they're all just like chilling, like they just got off work, having a few beers. Maybe that's gonna, let up some points and let the Rebellion open that door.
I mean, it's kind of it goes both ways. It's a double-edged sword almost in a way. Yes, this Rebellion team may be playing together for the first time ever as a quote-unquote franchise, but they have a lot of experience in this group. I'm sure these guys have been down before and faced deficits, so we'll see what happens when the leaders kind of try to motivate. This halftime talk will be really important for like Smurf Smrzinski, Tanya Luna.
So, okay, if you are
Nenji Martin,
one of the big players, like Nenji Martin, I wouldn't say Connie Armstrong is a vocal player, but she is definitely a force.
Ronnie Armstrong,
of a player.
I mean, who knows?
Sherminsky,
we haven't seen her yet.
There's many of them.
We haven't really seen Ronnie Armstrong saying much on the field like we have with a couple other players, but to lead by example is also super important.
Yeah, and so like I would feel that Nenji Martin kind of needs to take a step back and stop trying to put the team on her back.
But yeah, it goes both ways. One, Nenji Martin's the leader. This is her team to put on her back. But two, this Rebellion team is known for their diversity from these first two games and their versatility to have multiple guys be stars. So yeah, like you're saying,
going back to
have other guys shine.
Going back to week 1.
Right.
Remember what the score was going into halftime? It was 6-6.
Oh, right, 6-6. Yeah, you're right.
So they put up 12 unanswered points in the second half.
Exactly.
They took control.
We mentioned it right at the very beginning, even before the Warriors took that 6-0 lead. The Rebellion are a second half team.
They definitely are.
So hopefully this isn't too big of a deficit for San Diego. Obviously, if you're LA, you want to keep pushing that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we definitely will, and I think we actually might have a game in the second half. I don't think it will be what you just saw.
No, don't think that. It's definitely not going to be like a 66-0 game or anything like that. If I'm going to make a prediction right now, I say the Rebellion comes storming back, and that'll really decide who gets the win down here.
Yeah, I would say storming back, coming out with a purpose is the best way to put it.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. If you want to storm back down 33, I'd say the biggest keys are, like Nick said, one, let some other guys take control offensively right now. You have some guys that can carry the team besides Nenji Martin. Like maybe throw it to Armstrong for a couple screens or something.
Right.
She does have that outside presence. Two, I think coach is really saying it. You got to stretch the defense. I mean, you do want to force them on the inside.
Right.
That's the thing.
And so that's why I'm saying if you go out, what's the option to do? Out or in? You go in. So that makes it easier for you.
And then 3, Nenji and her center need to do a couple of snaps together on the sidelines in between every single rep.
Yeah, they're just sitting there. Nenji's on the trainer table sometimes.
I mean, yeah, obviously they have their own stuff going on. There's a lot of things that you have on your mind, but I would really say you got to go back to those basics just so they're at a full rapport with each other. Just get those snaps on the sideline.
Yeah, and one last thing before we go is that How many plays do you think are in the Rebellion playbook, Luke? I would say maybe like 5. Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems that way.
We've seen a lot of the same stuff, which worked initially, but the better teams will snuff it out. So
Right.
yeah, you do need that versatility.
And I think that's where the halftime comes
I
to
look
play.
forward to seeing how creative the Rebellion get, because you need to be right now.
Yeah, so
And I think they're up for the challenge. So we're gonna send it over to our other duo. Thanks for joining us for
Jordan
that
and
first
Kyle,
half. Yes, that's
so
right. Jordan and Kyle are gonna take
we'll
over.
be back in, or they'll be back in a little over 9 minutes,
Yes.
and you'll have fun listening to them broadcast the second half.
Right, 33-0 Warriors. See if the Rebellion can come back here. You're watching the live feed on the San Diego Rebellion page right here on Facebook. We'll be right back.
Good job, fellas.
Oh yeah, we killed it. That Celtics won.
Celtics won? Yeah, so
Killed them.
so they play
The Sixers. It's gonna be so tough.
5 game series.
The process.
Maybe 6. Maybe 6. The Celtics are better team.
I'll be happy the more games. I wouldn't be surprised with a sweep, but the more games they get, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good team, but no Kyrie, no Gordon, and
No Tatum either, huh?
Tatum did, or no, Brown got hurt. Did Tatum get hurt too? Or did
I thought Brown's been playing out of his mind though. When he's been playing.
Jalen got hurt? No, Tatum was the one killing it.
I feel like Gordon Hayward getting hurt was like the best thing.
Oh
for
yeah,
them
no,
in
exactly. For
without
their
a doubt.
development this year, but
Yeah. No,
You know-
that's for them.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I might take that back. I don't think they get swept. I think Horford
I think they win like.
he's
they win
gonna
nine games.
outplay Embiid at times. Embiid's not gonna play that much.
He
I
plays like
bet.
30 minutes. or
Yeah,
so.
I bet, man. I'd say 6. I'd be surprised if they beat them in 5.
Yeah.
If the Cavs sweep by the 8th series,
You think so?
I think they beat the
I think they go
Raptors.
7.
I would love to see that.
I mean,
If the-
just
man-
because like the Sixers haven't really talented roster.
I think the Cavs can take out the Raptors though if they get by the Pacers. Because I don't trust the Raptors. They still didn't play that great.
I really
They almost
hope.
blew it.
I want to see if the Raptors are for real or not. So I hope Cleveland wins, because I think they match up better with Indiana. So it wouldn't really be as much of a test for them.
Yeah.
They have no one that can guard LeBron.
Yeah.
Like, in
Well, I
the
mean, LeBron's
slightest.
one player on the Cavs. So.
Yeah, true. This isn't like last year. Yeah, this isn't last year's team. Yeah, I don't know. Clarkson's weird because he's.
Rodney Hood's been playing. He played alright yesterday.
They're all the additions are too streaky. Even Nance.
It sucks how all of them get older.
Win!
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Just so you guys know, I
Yeah.
got it from the person. Win,
When
not
did they write
win.
that?
What?
When did you get that?
Some lady
Not that.
to us towards the
Somebody
end.
handed it to me. So
No, I didn't get that. I'm
Oh,
saying
like
I
recently?
talked to other people.
Oh yeah, well no, good thing we said it. Yeah, I said like, I was calling her new win for a minute, then I was, oh wait, nope, just win.
They got a little bit contract. I could afford it.
It's not just that one either. It's just
Take the bag. That's valuable in the bag. Take the bag and you return it later.
Yeah. I'll give you your backpack if you give me your pizza.
Or it's one of those things where people buy it so they get their money.
Yeah.
I'm just being completely honest.
Oh, I know what you mean.
He stepped in, got a little sat.
Very different game, honestly.
Yeah.
But I think we could all say we expected it.
I honestly was surprised.
No, I'm not surprised. Look at how many subs they had. That alone should be They are a fresh body. They're a better team. They've been around a lot longer, but then the number of subs also dictates that because then you have that many people playing at that high level before you get to the people that are like the ones you don't really want to put in.
Yeah. When you start with the 6 for them, they actually have to have like real trials.
Yeah, like you were exactly. Well, I would also say size.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's not. I mean, a lot of them are from like are currently serving the army. Like a couple of Navy Marines. I wonder how many.
Yeah, I always ask myself about the Hawks. I'm like, every player on the Hawks is a star when they go to other teams.
Right.
They could be like a bench player on the Hawks and they'll be a star on
Okay,
the
so
team.
right before halftime, man, just give him a shout. He's playing some great music.
Yeah, because he can't play all that nonsense that we listen to. Yeah. Did you guys hear Post Malone's album?
Yeah, I was with that.
I thought it was actually pretty good. Oh, I don't like him.
You like the album there?
I usually like him. I like
Just listen to J. Cole's new album. I like a couple songs. I didn't like the album before. There's a couple songs. When he was like Rock Me, Rocket, all that stuff. The rest.
So that album is all KOD, anti-minority made album.
That was the point. It was like, you listen to the lyrics, he's like mocking like rappers like, you guys are trash.
Wait,
And
but
that's
Tech
the same.
Nine's one of the best rappers ever.
Yeah.
No, that's
Tech
right.
Oh, no.
Nine's-
I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm sorry. I was thinking like the 6 or whatever his name is, like the 6X.
Oh,
And that's what I was gonna say, Nick. It's okay for you to like Post Malone because I like him as a guilty rapper. So it's like,
No, I actually.
don't bash him. He's an idiot. I have no problem with
Yeah,
that.
it's that.
I gotta
But,
listen to the J. Cole.
you know, when he was 18 years old, he had an interview.
The extension guy, like Sex.
No, Post Malone. Post Malone had an interview, and they asked him, so what's your favorite drink? I like being nice, cold, and blood boss.
Well, he is. I mean, wait, is this a country kind of album or is it rap? Because
No,
didn't
Post Malone.
he switch over? Wasn't that his thing that he did? He made a rap
Kind
song
of.
so
I
he
would
could do what
say,
he really wanted.
yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say the rap in this
wanna start
album,
things off?
it's not rap. all around.
Hey there, thank you for tuning in tonight. My name's Jordan Spurgeon.
And I'm Kyle Dyer. Thank you for still tuning in to Rebellion Football here on Facebook Live.
Yeah, we do have about 1 minute left at halftime. It's been a tough game so far for the Rebellion, with the Warriors leading 33-0. The Warriors have been playing pretty lights out so far. What have you seen so far, Kyle?
Well, what I've seen so far is that the Rebellion have been getting a lot of miscues, both on offense from running their option passes. So, and that's been causing get the Warriors good field position. So, if I'm Tito Smith right now, Coach Tito, I'd probably just try to say, like, listen, you gotta be on the same page. If you want to get back in this ball game, you gotta be on the same page when you're running the ball.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it is. They've kind of gone away from their game. Early on, they were down, 14-0 right away, and you kind of see they were stop running the runs they usually run. That was really repetitive. But they just got to get back to the basics so they can try to climb their way back in slowly.
Yeah, I mean, we still got 30 minutes of football, so anything could happen. So we'll see how it goes.
Exactly. Nothing's ever out of reach.
Yep. There we go. Selena Graves now going to kick it off to the Warriors.
It's good.
Decent kick here. And going to be running about to the 38-yard line. That was number 12, Ashley Beans, which is a pretty interesting last name, but
The Beans.
yeah. The beans and the
Cool
crop.
nickname.
Yes, interesting nickname. So, what do you think the Warriors defense needs to do to get back in link to stop this Warriors offense and the running game?
Yeah, the Rebellion's defense, they just gotta get back to, like, in the previous games they were more swarming whoever had the ball. And so far I've seen a lot of solo tackling trying to happen, and with this much bigger and stronger Warriors team, it's just not getting the job done. So they just need to be coherent as a defensive unit together.
Yeah, I mean, despite the fact that the Warriors have been around since 2010, so you can see the experience in them and how tough they are running the ball, and also how aggressive they are on offense and defense. Pass to the left side, that's going to be incomplete, intended for number 22, Yuki.
Second down and 10.
Excuse me, that's
Once again, a special thanks
Yuki's
to
her
our
nickname,
sponsor,
Hamaguchi.
Escondido.
Yeah, I mean, even just looking at their roster, I mean, we were given these rosters, I mean, they're like bigger than my binder, like the whole page. Like, this Warriors team is very deep. You have a lot of people who have served our country, so we do thank them for that. So they just have like that mentality of wanting to go out there and just give everything they've got.
Yeah.
And so far they've done so.
I remember when we were talking during warm-ups, like we were talking about number 30 for the Warriors, Jamie Robinson. She's probably bigger than the coaches. I mean, she's she's a probation officer, but she's a pretty big lady. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
there's another player that's been all over the field for the Warriors today. Running back number 10, Alexis Snyder, with a nice pickup down the middle of the field.
There is a flag on the play, however.
Some mustard on the lettuce. Shout out to my boy Nick.
Yeah. Right now we're just waiting for them to get the rule in here.
Can't read the lights, but flag is waved off.
Oh, there's no. Looks like they're gonna wave it off, so no penalty on the play. So it's gonna be now about a 3rd down and 5.
Just some dry lettuce and no mustard.
Ugh, very icky sandwich.
Third and long, let's hear for the defense.
All right, back on the shotgun for the Warriors.
3rd downs have been huge for the Warriors all day long. They've been able to do whatever they can to try to pick up a 1st down, and they've been converting very well so far.
There goes Collins out to the outside, still gaining some ground. Fighting for yardage and down
Warriors.
at about the 50-yard line. That's going to be good enough for another Warriors 1st down. Oh, but looks like now we just have a late flag on the play.
And another.
Yeah, once again, that was Erica Collins turning nothing into something right there.
Yeah,
That's the difference in these games.
I think it's going to be it might be holding against the Warriors.
The yellow Hankies have really been
So.
active today.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Warriors.
Like conduct on the offense.
Yeah, despite this big lead by the Warriors, they have had a lot of penalties today. So,
Yeah.
in all seriousness, they could have a much bigger lead if they were in a little bit in more control. Obviously, it's because they're super aggressive, and I do respect that. They are playing up to their standard.
Yeah, and obviously, like when they been getting the turnovers, they've been getting mostly in Rebellion territory, so that's mostly been a key role for them scoring
First,
on the rush. From the 2 from
This is going to be a big,
Gardner, and then 2 from.
long 1st down, first 25. Do you have some whistles? So I just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to Fightin' USA. Fightin' USA, who provides game socks for the team, along with their amazing titanium tapes and discs. If you're looking for some new socks, be sure to check out fightinusa.com and use the code SDR10 to get 10% off your next order. Always want to have some fresh new socks. Nothing beats that.
Yeah, that could be good for anybody. Meanwhile, we're just waiting for things to get sorted out here. So, what do you think the Rebellion needs to do to be in sync from your point of view on offense? If they manage to get, oh wait.
While we're waiting for the officials, visit.
I think there's a bit of miscommunication because I thought it was a unsportsmanlike conduct.
USA to get
I guess it's a
really
1st down.
awesome socks.
Interesting. 1st down and 10 at the 35 for the Warriors.
Just a little bit of confusion on the field.
There's a give off here to Snyder running to the left side here, gaining some with room to roam, and she's going to coast her way out of bounds right about the 41-yard line.
That's right. Forced out of bounds by number 44, Elliot Nguyen. She's been all over the field tonight for the Rebellion, as usual.
Yeah, she's been one of the key factors for the Rebellion this season, both offensively, but mostly on the defense, just getting the tackles, the necessary tackles for the Rebellion defense.
Yeah. While we wait for the Warriors to get set, we want to give a quick shout out to Palomar College Media Studies. I know me and Kyle, as well as Luke and Nick, are all involved in that program, as well as some of the people upstairs recording the game for us right now, so you can see this beautiful footage. So if you're ever interested in becoming a commentator, being involved in TV, movies, filming, anything like that, be sure to check out the Palomar College Media Studies Department.
Oh, and then meanwhile, you got 27, Jasmine Edwards still trying to figure out where she's trying to motion. She's been motioning left, right, then left. Little give up to the right side. And look at her coasting down. Just about. Good tackle by Gillen. And good run there by number 43, Priscilla Gardner. That's going to set up another Warrior first down.
Yeah, great tackle on Mira there right now. I mean, we just saw the running back. She was a collegiate track athlete, so she was definitely displaying her speed right there, as she has been all night long. Mm-hmm. That is Priscilla Gardner, by the way, in case I did not mention her name.
Oh, yes, she did.
I do believe she does have a pair of touchdowns tonight, and it looks like this play is actually going to be brought back.
Yes, it is. It looks like it might have been a holding call, I think, against the Warriors.
And that one's going to be brought back due to holding.
And also, if I can mention that Priscilla Gardner was actually also a 2-time offensive MVP for the WFA, so she's been a pretty big factor for this Warriors team.
Yeah, she definitely has. Whenever they picked her up, that was definitely a good addition to their roster. Mm-hmm. She's been one of the elite players for them so far, and they've definitely showed why they're so hungry after having their first two teams forfeit against them.
Let's get loud.
Definitely excited to be out here on the field tonight, and they've had plenty of time to put it all together.
First in the country mile, folks. Let's make some noise.
As you hear from our colleagues there, it's the first in a country mile, actually meaning first and 20. Little give here to Gardner. Oh, there's another Mustard on the field.
Flag on the play.
And she's going to coast her way down to about the 40-yard line, but we'll see what the flag is.
This flag definitely occurred near the line of scrimmage. Not exactly sure which side yet.
Good job by Leslie Hubble bringing her down at the end of that one.
That's been probably about 4 or 5 penalties, I think, so far for this Warriors offense. But somehow they still keep getting first downs, but a lot of penalties so far. It's been setting them back, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be timeout. Man, Kyle, it is really getting kind of cold out here. I think it's in the low 50s. For all of us San Diegans or Escondidians, I don't know how to say that. I'm not from Escondido. But be sure to let us know if we mess that one up. But it's definitely getting cold out here.
Yes.
We want to thank KDKC Photography for taking pictures of tonight's game. You will be able to see all those photos on the
I mean, it's been fairly decent, though, temperature-wise. I mean, it's been, when we started kickoff, it was about nearly like in the 70s, high mid-70s.
Yeah, no, I understand some of the fans out there are from all over the country. We do appreciate you tuning in. I'm sure in some places it's a lot colder here, colder than it is here. But yeah, real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to Coach Cree Morris and his 5-2 quarterback clinics. Nenji, Katie, and other Rebellion players have been with Coach Cree Morris for 2+ seasons. For more information, be sure to check out quarterbackcoach.org. Still waiting to meet you, Coach Cree Morris. Brought it up last time. Haven't met you yet.
Coach Cree Morris was also even a player for the Oakland Raiders and for the LA Rams. So
he also did attend Orange Glen High School right here in Escondido, where we are this very moment.
Yes, he did. Anyways, now it's another 1st and 20. Here at the 44. Pass batted, tipped it. Oh, almost it. So close to being intercepted. That was intercepted. That was Aisha Burney with the coverage. That's what you needed from that defense. At least a little bit of a kick up there.
It's what we like to see. You know, you're able to pump up the crowd a little bit, pump up the sidelines. That's all it takes right now. You just want to get that energy, build some momentum. Wasn't a pick, but still, it was a phenomenal effort. Great coverage right there.
Great effort, though. But instead of being a pick six, it's now going to be a 2nd and 20 at the 44-yard line.
And in case you're wondering, there is 11:57 left in the third quarter. Score is still Warriors 33, Rebellion 0.
Fucking shotgun. Ashley Beans in the slot for the Warriors. A little give up to Gardner, who's going to run it up the middle and runs it to about the 48-yard line in Rebellion territory. That's going to be a gain of about 7, 8 yards. So
Yeah, and you kind of mentioned it earlier. I mean, that's what's been working so well for the Warriors. They've had a lot of penalties called on them tonight, but they still find ways to just gain yards. They're picking up 7, 8, 10 yards. They're not trying to make it all up on one play. And so, like you see, it started out like a 1st and 25 after those 2 penalties. Now it's going to bring down a third and 15. It's still pretty long, but I mean, from where you were, it's a good start.
Yeah.
Or good finish.
Definitely a good way to get this defense, linked up together. Now let's see what the defense can do here on a 3rd and 16. Look at Gardner. Oh, almost had a good tackle there by Jarvis, but she breaks away. Another flag on the play. She's going to finally be brought down at about the 35-yard line. But like I mentioned, there is a flag, so it looked like it was going to be against the Warriors.
On the Warriors to bring
that is their 6th penalty so far throughout this whole, about the start of the 3rd quarter.
Last chance to check out the Rebellion merchandise table, Rebellion t-shirt and long sleeves.
It's tough to be able to overcome all those penalties, but like I said, this is a little bit of an odd game. They have found every opportunity to take advantage of even their own mistakes.
Well, now we're back to where we started now. It's going to be 3rd down and 16 again. Back at the shotgun here for the Warriors. With Collins there to snap. Little give here to Alexis Snyder. Oh my goodness, look at all these tackles and look at her still fighting for yardage. And all the way down to the end zone for another Warriors touchdown.
I'm shook right now. You can't coach that. You just can't coach that. To have that kind of size, speed, and footwork to match?
Jeez. A 44-yard touchdown run for Snyder builds it now to a 39-0 lead.
Is that why they call her Snickers? I'm not sure.
Yeah, they do actually call her Snickers. That's what it says on our roster.
Well, I think she's definitely deserves some stickers tonight.
Yes, especially for the 3 touchdown performances that she's got so far.
Of course. So now it is 39-0 with 10-10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Got Donna Zeich set to kick the point after attempt.
Extra point for the Warriors.
Been a big factor here for the Warriors on kicking, and the kick is up and good again. So now your score is 40-0 Warriors with 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go left in the 3rd quarter.
Heck yeah, if you're enjoying this live stream, be sure to check out San Diego Digital Imagery. They provide us with our programs, tickets, flyers, and of course all the filming and extra stuff we need to do this Facebook live stream. If there isn't anything they will not do for your team or business, be sure to check them out.
And if you ever want to meet the Rebellion, meet them at Jacked Up Brewery. It is the 5th quarter home of your San Diego Rebellion. Join the team and coaches for great local beer as well as the EMS food truck.
Still need to join them one day. It does sound like a great time. Jacked Up Brewery, I'm pretty sure they have an event going on there tonight. I remember talking about them on my morning talk show.
Oh, really? What is that?
I think it was this afternoon.
Oh,
not quite sure, but they do a lot for the community over here, and
yeah,
definitely need to go check them out.
Definitely been a great sponsor for us too, providing for us in this
it really is.
Rebellion football games.
Jacked Up Brewery is your 5th quarter home for your San Diego Rebellion.
Meanwhile, we got Donna Zeich back to kick it off for the Warriors again, and Sharina Gillen back to receive the kickoff.
Mira.
Oh, looks like I got off of Jarvis's leg, and
Elliot Nguyen takes the ball and falls on it.
She's been all over the place so far for this Rebellion team.
Yeah, she's not the main kick returner for this team, but for some reason the ball just keeps finding her hands. Usually in a tough spot, but she's done a great job being able to make sure she doesn't lose possession of the football for the Rebellion.
Yep. And now it's going to be a first and 10 at the 32-yard line for the Rebellion. We'll see how Coach Tito does with this Rebellion offense. Hopefully hopefully everyone's in sync, and we'll see what goes on.
Yeah, you know, all I want to see here, they don't need to go for any home run plays. Right now, what they need to do is just start picking up yardage again. It's been a while since they've been able to, like, string plays together. Every drive, they seem to get some sort of play going recently, but they're not able to string anything together, and that's been the issue.
Yeah.
So right now, that's what they need to focus on. You can't look at the scoreboard. You just have to ignore it. The scoreboard's not even there.
Yeah, just try to take, like, some baby steps, you know, just to get good yardage, but also try to get some points as much as you can. As we got Armstrong running up the middle, and it looks like about a gain of probably 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah. And, you know, that goes for the Warriors as well. I know they're up big, but they shouldn't be looking at the scoreboard either. Like I mean, when you're playing football or really any sport, it's all about just doing what you need to do to keep getting better as the game goes on.
Meanwhile, we got an injured player on the field. Looks like it's Tanya Luna. Man.
She does seem to be able to get up a little bit, but she is struggling. We hope she's all right.
Yeah. Well, she's getting up on her own power, which is good.
We are going to have an injury timeout.
Timeout on the field.
Yeah. Might be like maybe somewhat of a head injury, I think. But hopefully she'll get back on the field quickly and provide for this Rebellion offense.
Second and short for the Rebellion defense.
So now it's going to set up a 2nd and 9 here at the 33 for the Rebellion.
Or sorry, Rebellion offense.
Going back in the same formation in the pistol. Gives it off to Armstrong on the right side, and she's. Oh my goodness! She took a licking. My goodness.
Number 87, Suzanne Lynn, known as the Q. She brought down a pretty big tackle right there.
My gosh. She pulled a Joey Bosa for sure on that play. Definitely showing off that Division I muscle there from that Warriors defense. Back on the field for 3rd and 9 here. Ninja looking to the right side, going for Jarvis, and it's almost intercepted by number 3, Leandre Smith, or as everyone else also calls on our team, Smitty.
Fourth down for the Rebellion.
So now it's going to set up a 4th down and 9 for the Rebellion.
I do like the play call there. Just need a little bit better execution right now.
Yes.
So it's going to bring up 4th down. Obviously, what you have to pick up a 1st down here. So you've got 9 yards to go. You got to make it happen.
Yeah, it's kind of like basically more of a playoff situation, you know, like if you're in a playoff, if you're down, you got to try and make sure you get that 1st down as much as you can.
I believe this is like Nenji's 3rd time punting tonight.
Yes, she's been kicking the ball quite a bit tonight. And that ball's
pretty big leg.
Rolling that ball all the way back to the 33-yard line in Warrior territory.
You know, this is honestly going to be one of the longest fields the Warriors have had all night. It just seems like every time they get the ball, they've been in Rebellion territory.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see what they're able to do here and see if they're able to drive down the field to extend their lead or not.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the Warriors, probably the worst start I've seen from this game is probably like at least around the midfield. That's it. But other than that, they've been starting mostly in Rebellion territory.
Yeah. I do want to bring up Play Again Now Recovery, the proud supporters of the Rebellion from the beginning. Play Again Now is a daily recovery drink that is formulated with 2 active ingredients, high molecular weight hyaluronic acid and MSM, that help provide lubrication, anti-inflammatory, and immune support at the cellular level. Recovery for the entire human body. This unique combination helps fight delayed onset muscle soreness, also known as DOMS, giving you rapid elasticity and flexibility throughout your musculoskeletal system after every single workout. They provide product that help keep our players feeling ready to go. To get yours, visit their Facebook page or playagainnow.com. That was really wordy. You got a 1st down for the Warriors.
Back at the shotgun here, give it to Gardner, who's going to run it to the right side with room to roam, and she's going to, she is flat out gone for another Warrior touchdown.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
47-yard touchdown run for the Warriors, and that extends the lead now to 46-0.
Well, so much for having a long field. I think she was kind of enjoying that.
Yeah, she was just coasting down the field as if she was just lying on the beach and just enjoying her time, pretty much.
No, great job by Priscilla Gardner there. Like we've said many times tonight, at track and field, it's just she must have been very high level. I would like to know where she went to college, because she definitely is a speedster. The Flash.
Yes.
One of my favorite TV shows.
Thank you very much.
There's only one raffle, yeah. She didn't give me the basket for the sponsor package. So.
Meanwhile, we're going to be waiting here. The Warriors will be attending another PAT from Donna Zyke, who's been pretty busy lately for doing PATs tonight.
Yes, she has. Good time for her to work on it.
Ooh, a little bit low, but it's good.
That one is good.
So,
all of her PATs have been a little sketchy tonight, but hey, she's doing what she can to make them in. I believe, let's see, I think she's missed 2 and made like 5 or 6. So good job.
Yes. So now the score is 47-0 Warriors, with about 4:18 to go.
And we do have a running clock now for the remainder of the game.
Yes, thank you. I was just about to say that about the running clock. Yep, we got a running clock going. So now it's just now we're up to 4 minutes.
And just so you all know, next week's game for the Rebellion has been forfeited by the Sacramento Rage, so they will have another week off, and they will be back here on May 12th for their final home game of the regular season.
It'll be against the Sin City Trojans, so that'll be an interesting game there too. So make sure to tune in on Facebook Live on May 12th. And if you ever want to come to the game, the tickets here are $10, and if you ever mention it on social media, it's about $5. Donna's like about to kick it off, and the kick is underway again with Samir Gillen picking up the ball around the 16-yard line. Taking his entire way down, still trying to coast her way down. Oh, and gets bullet at the 32-yard line by number 6, Morose Roach. Man, they're just a hard-hitting team tonight.
They really are.
Really aggressive.
No, the thing I like about this Warriors team is so many people focus on offense, but their defense, I mean, yes, they put up 47 points tonight, so you can definitely not sleep on their offense. But this defense is old school, hard-hitting, hard-nosed. They play hard.
Oh, yeah, and plus they've been taking advantage of the Rebellion turnovers throughout which was a big factor in the first half.
Yeah, that all comes from them applying pressure on the offensive line
and
getting to the quarterback.
From the 32-yard line.
So now we're going to see a 1st and 10 here at the 32. Back in the same formation yet again at the pistol, with Graves in the slot on the left side. High snap, Ninja keeps it to herself, runs right, still cutting to the right side, still on her feet, and finally brought down at about the 38-39 yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 7, which will set up a 2nd and 3 for the Rebellion.
Yeah, Nenji's really showing off her hand-eye coordination tonight. She's doing a great job handling those snaps. I know there's some issues, and a lot of that's coming just from defensive pressure by the Warriors, and she's making the best of it.
Yep. There was one play that was really cool, was like during the second quarter, was when she went foam rushing in the secondary, and when she was carrying the ball around the, I think, Warriors territory.
She definitely was on a mission there to take out some aggression.
She came in there like a missile.
Yeah.
High snap there. Ninja loses the ball, and finally able to grab it around the 32 yard line. So that's going to set up now back to a 3rd and 10 with 1 minute 15 to go.
Third and 10 for San Diego.
This is a big 3rd down for the Rebellion right here. You definitely want to convert just to get some momentum going.
Oh, another very high snap here. Picked up by Armstrong, and she's gonna be brought down at about the 12-yard line. So another miscue there by the Rebellion offense.
That is true. If you're feeling hungry, make sure to check out Filippi's Pizza in downtown Escondido. Filippi's Pizza is a proud sponsor of the San Diego Rebellion and today's game. I don't know about you, Kyle, but I could definitely go for some pizza right now.
Yeah.
Some nice pepperoni, maybe a meat lovers.
I was thinking more of like Hawaiian, though.
Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple does belong on pizza.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, it does.
if you
Gonna
don't,
bring up a long fourth down for the Rebellion as we get back to the game now.
absolutely. And there's another flag on the play, or mustard on the field.
Flag on the play.
So we'll see what that is, and that's going to be on the Rebellion for delay of game. So another 5-yard penalty sits them all the way back to about the their own 8-yard line. Very close to their end zone.
Grab a program while you're there for only $3.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Your score now, 47-0 Warriors.
Hey, if you're looking for some new underwear, be sure to check out Tomboy X. Underwear that fits regular bodies and that anybody can feel comfortable in, regardless of where they fall on the size or gender spectrum.
And that starts the fourth quarter. Score is 47-0 Warriors.
And hey, I know our announcers on the PA right now are getting ready to announce some ticket winners. So if you do make it out to the final home game, be sure to enter those raffles. You got some great prizes with the 50-50 raffle where you take home half of what we raised. And then we also do have a nice bundle provided by Fightin', Play Again Now Recovery, and your Rebellion team.
Pretty much a win-win situation in the raffle tickets.
I wonder if we're allowed to enter the raffle. I kind of want to enter the raffle.
I don't know, really.
I'd love to take home some cold hard cash, or maybe even just get some a nice little bundle with some clothes and some discs. And
Yeah, maybe I'd like to get some Rebellion merchandise too, just to, support the team.
of course, there's still a lot of season left. There's a lot to take away from this game. I know they're gonna go over it and film this week, and they're only gonna come out better.
So now it's going to set up a fourth and very long at the 8-yard line. Low snap. Not
High punt.
Very, very high punt, but not very good at all. And it's going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling to the 39-yard line.
Shot by Nenji. Way to get that extra backspin on the football, giving the Rebellion a nice little roll.
Hey, even though they didn't go into enemy territory, that was just a pretty good job to at least get a little bit of luck on the roll on the backspin.
Yeah. No, and I just want to mention for this Rebellion team, I mean, losses are always hard to take, especially when you're a newer team and you're all excited because you start the season off 2-0. But all you can do is learn from them. And in my opinion, it's better to lose now early in the season than to be losing later on in the playoffs. So now you're able to just a model my baseball coach always had before we won CIF. It was setback, comeback. Every week you start out 0-0. So whatever happened the previous week, it does not matter.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just continue to grow and grow and grow and get better. Learn from your film.
That was the same thing for me when I played baseball. Sometimes I'll have moments when you deal with a lot of losses, but you got to get back on your feet and just try to get better next game. You just got to take it one game at a time.
Exactly.
And the pass goes deep, and it's almost picked off by
The Smurfs.
The Smurfs, Saminsky.
By Smurfs Mazinski.
Very close to having another pick, but it's going to be set up now a 2nd and 10.
The raffle winner, yeah, that's right. I see some of you looking at your blue tickets.
Yeah, and on the Warriors side of this game, I mean, so now you're gonna start out 1-0, but it's the same concept. Next week when they play, you want to think you're still 0-0. You've got something to prove every single game. I know they've had great success since they've been in the league since 2010, but that doesn't matter. It's in the past. This game tonight, great. You're gonna go out and celebrate. Congratulations to the Warriors. You've played great all night long, but you got to start over beginning of the week.
Absolutely, no, they've been terrific, both sides of the ball. So great job by the Warriors.
Let's hear that applause.
There goes
Not just for the sack,
Snyder there, just gonna pick up. Well, no, nothing really. But other than that, the Warriors' offense has been very productive. Snyder's been great job. I think most of her productiveness has been mostly outside rushes, and for Gardner, I would say the best success for her is mostly some outside, but I think the middle has been working out quite a lot for her too throughout the game.
No, I mean for them, pretty much any run has been successful for them all night long. It's good to see there how the Rebellion were getting back to their ways from previous games, just swarming the ball handler.
Let's make some noise.
Anyway, I got 3rd down and 10 here in the shotgun. Collins looking right side, and it's going to be caught by Ashley Beans. The
Nice
big
tackle
beans.
at the
That's
end of
right,
that
forced out of
one
bounds by number 85, Vanessa Herrera, one of the newest members of the San Diego Rebellion. I understand she joined the team a few weeks ago.
Let's get set up now. A 4th down and 2.
Yeah, welcome to the squad, Vanessa. It's good to see you out on the field making plays.
Absolutely. No, great job. Definitely can't wait to see what she does throughout the rest of the season, too. Now it's going to set up a 4th down and 2 with the Warriors in the shotgun.
Down. Let's hear it for the Rebellion defense. Come on, you could get louder than that.
Little run there by number 34, Lucretia Greer.
And Elliott Nguyen all over that play. Like, she is nearly every time they run the ball. She is near the ball in the vicinity.
I know. I think we've called her name a lot throughout the season, though. Her and Jarvis and Sheminsky, they've been, I think, the big factors for this Rebellion team. There's still work. I know it's still the beginning of the season, but I think they've been growing and doing a great job for this team, providing some great job for both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 1st down and 10 here at the 28-yard line. Collins steps back, throws left, and it's tipped in the air by Leslie Hubble.
No, that was Smurs.
Oh, that was Smurs.
The Smurs all over it.
Excuse me, that was Szyminski. Whew.
That's what we like to see right there, being a ball hawk and not allowing the easy touchdown.
Mm-hmm. 2nd and 10 here. With about nearly 10 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. We're still up 47-0 here. Had Cindy Ray motioning to the left side. Collins throws to the middle, and it's incomplete, intended for Jamie Robinson.
Yeah, back to Smirzinski. So she's actually a rookie when it comes to tackle football, but she has been playing competitive flag football for years. I think that explains why she has these ball hawking skills on offense. She does have very nice hands. She's a very good receiver. Mm-hmm. And so the only adjustment for her has been the physicality of it compared to flag football. And so far, she's done pretty well.
Yeah, no, she's definitely adopting very well. She's been great job tackling on the defense, and we've seen her play quarterback in scrimmage and in the second game against the Ravens. She's good. She rolls out good outside the pocket. She's very accurate. So I like to see more of that from Szyminski coming in.
Yeah, she's definitely a utility player.
Collins looking to the right side, and it is incomplete, intended for number 12, Ashley Beans, the big beans. It's going to set now 4th down and 10.
It's been a solid defensive series for the Rebellion.
Yes.
Nothing but good things to take here. You know, the Warriors are still out here trying to pass the ball, move the ball downfield, work on their game, and the Rebellion are working on defensively and what they need to do to make sure that it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. So now it's going to be 4th and 10 with nearly 8 minutes to go. It's actually starting to get a bit cold here in the booth, though. I can feel like the breeze starting to come in.
Yeah, you know, it's a cool 58 degrees right now here in downtown Escondido. And for all you people that don't know the area, it's about, what'd you say, about like 30, 45 miles away from...
About 45 miles north of San Diego.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're going to have a timeout here.
Yeah, during this timeout, be sure to check out Fightin' USA, who provides the Rebellion with their game socks. They also have a very nice selection of socks that you will enjoy. To get yours, visit Fightin' at fightinusa.com and use the code SDR10 to get 10% off your next order.
And also want to give a shout out to San Diego Digital Imagery, provided by Peter Stoll and her wife, Kristen, who's also a Rebellion, part of the Rebellion team. From our programs, tickets, and flyers to our live streaming, there isn't anything they can do for your team or for your business.
Well, that is true. They do solid work.
Mm-hmm.
Got the amazing interns up there manning the ship right now.
Yes, they've been doing a great job.
Making sure this live stream is going through to all of you.
Now it's a 4th down 10 here for the Warriors. Shotgun snap for Erica Collins. Throws to the right side. Caught and finally dragged down at about the 23.
Bernie holding on for her life
Aisha
right there.
Bernie.
She said, nope, you are not going anywhere. I'm holding you here today.
Just holding Jamie Robinson to a turnover on downs. You know the thing about Jamie Robinson is she's actually a probation officer. So she said, nope, you're not getting by. Not by the law. Not by Aisha Bernie's law.
Yeah, she's been playing for 2 years, but she was an all-star last year. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, she was an all-star last year, and she was also the team MVP. So with only limited football experience, she's definitely used her size and athleticism to her advantage.
First and 10. Excuse me. 1st and 10 here from the 22 for the Rebellion. Let's a screen to Vanika Jarvis, bouncing off tackles, still on her feet. And look at her, still going on her feet. Down the sideline she goes. Goodbye. That is going to be a touchdown.
Vanika Jarvis getting back in the action.
The first score of the game for the Rebellion from a 77-yard, a 73-yard touchdown run.
What a play.
And now it's 47-6.
That's what the fans came here to see at Orange Glen High School tonight.
Goes the Diamond.
Yeah, Vanika Jarvis, another one of the Rebellion rookies, but she has taken to her own, and she has been phenomenal all season long.
Yeah, we've been calling out her name a lot too throughout this season, so she's been a big factor too for this Rebellion team.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Why not? You're down big. It's time to work on what you need to work on to get better for playoff football.
Yeah, exactly. With Armstrong in the backfield, back in the pistol here for Ninji Martin. High snap. She keeps it, and she's going to bulldoze her way in for a 2-point conversion. So now your score is Warriors 47, Rebellion 8, with 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
47-8. 5 minutes left. Are we thinking comeback?
If you're in the area and you decide you want to leave your house, be sure to check out Jacked Up Brewery, the 5th quarter home of your San Diego Rebellion. The team and coaches will be there, so you can enjoy some great local beer with them. See you there, and go Rebellion.
That does sound good right now, actually getting some beer. But the thing is, I can't drink. I'm not 21 yet.
Probably shouldn't say it then.
Anyways, we got Selena Grace back to kick it off here for the Rebellion.
June 9th, so I guess technically. I'll be right.
And with 4 minutes to go, the kick is back and underway. Picked up by number 5,
Nice boot there.
Natika Pinkel. She's going to run to the left side here. Still coasting her way down and finally brought down at about the 47-yard line. Or no, 37-yard line, excuse me.
Warriors 37-yard line?
Good tackle there by Mira and Ronnie Armstrong.
Yep, 37-yard line.
Mira!
Mira. Ole, ole, ole.
Oh, no.
Now we got 3.5 minutes to go. Well, keep in mind, in case you're just tuning in, it is a running clock, so we got 3.5 minutes to go left in the 4th quarter.
Be sure to check out Tomboy X, underwear that fits regular bodies and that anybody can feel comfortable in, regardless of where they fall on the size or gender spectrum.
1st and 10 here for the Warriors at the 37. With Collins in the gun. Beans moving to the right side. There is a muster on the field. Oh, what a tackle there. Oh, actually, well, she almost had it, but that was a good way to stop Snyder there. That'll be a loss of 2, but there is some mustard on the lettuce.
as we wait for the call. Looks like false start.
It's going to be a legal formation here on the Warriors. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
You know, I haven't really been keeping track, but despite of this huge score for the Warriors, they've had to have at least 10 penalties. I mean, I'm thinking 10 to 15 penalties with the ease in this game. So that's definitely something they're going to want to fine-tune as they start playing closer games, especially once it gets to playoff time. But they have plenty of time. Like we said, it's their first game of the year. They were pretty antsy to get after it, and they played well tonight.
Yeah, I don't want to be like the Oakland Raiders where you get like a lot of have the most penalties in one season. So that's something you need to work on if you're the Warriors. I guess they declined the penalty?
A little confusion with the referees here.
Okay, so now it's 2nd down and 10. Oh, low snap there. But they played it dead for some reason.
Quarterback brings it up 3rd and long.
Interesting there. It's like there was a low snap. No one was tackled though, but the refs blew the whistle anyway.
Defense looking to hold them off here.
I think there's been a little bit of confusion here for these referees in terms of how the penalties are handled and stuff.
Yeah, it is interesting. As this game's winding down, as we're in the final minute, we want to give thanks again to United States Army Sergeant Shaylin Cashley for joining us for the coin toss at our Salute to Service night. Also, we would like to thank all the men and women who have served or are currently serving our beautiful country, the U.S. of A.
Oh yes, thank you very much. You people in the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, definitely been a big protection for our country. Meanwhile, there's an interception here by the Rebellion defense.
By the Smurf.
By the Smurf, Saminsky.
Smurzinski on the pick. One more time, a special thank you to United States Army Sergeant Shaylin
Meanwhile, with
Cashley
24
for joining
seconds
us
to
for the
go
coin toss
here
at our Salute to
in the
Service
4th
night.
quarter.
And
You
to
think
all
they're going to
the
try to go for another
United
score
States
here,
fans
Jordan?
watching the stream,
Try to at least get something, get a little bit more points here?
Yeah, there's two trains of thought. One train would be to just take a knee and let the game end. One train of thought is to work on something, and I think right now what they're going to do is they are working on something. Like we said, it's their first game. They haven't had much live action other than what they did in the offseason with scrimmages.
June 2nd and June
yeah, they probably will.
Yeah.
We'll see what Coach Tito goes with here. Yeah, speaking of Coach Tito, when I looked at his Facebook page, like they had the Facebook page of the coaches, like saying like, you know, why they coach women's football and what inspired them. If you look at Coach Tito's, there's nothing on there. And he got a little bit of backlash on that. So, so Coach Tito, you need to get some information there.
I'm sure there's plenty of it.
And timeout? I guess.
All right, while we wait for these final 24 seconds, just a quick reminder that next week's game has been forfeited by the opposing team. So the next home game will be on May 12th for our cancer awareness game. It'll also be the last regular season home game for your Rebellion. But don't you worry, we will be streaming all of our away games, thank you to San Diego Digital Imagery, and hopefully we will be hosting a playoff game. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for updates on home games, live streamed away games, and playoffs, which will start in June. You know, you don't want to get ahead of yourself here, but I definitely think this Warriors team is the best team that the Rebellion are going to face during the regular season.
Oh, yeah.
So the fact that they were able to eventually get some points on the board and be able to somewhat minimize what the Warriors do, it's a good sign because now they've played above their other competitions. Not to downplay their other competitors, because the other teams are still going to be hungry and wanting to come out and win. But the Rebellion definitely have what it's going to take to come out and get some more W's.
Yeah. At least, and they'll be playing each other in about, I think, a few weeks. So at least they'll be familiar about what their play calling is, the toughness from the Warriors, both offensively and defensively. So they'll have a lot of film to look at for the next time they face each other. And hopefully they improve, and we'll see if they improve.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be plenty of film. I know they definitely want to come out and win that game, but they can't focus on that right now. Right now, what they need to focus on is getting ready for their game on May 12th.
And meanwhile, the clock has gone to 0. So that is the That is the end of the game.
That's the end of the game.
So your final score is Warriors 47 and the Rebellion 8.
You know, Kyle, I got to give it up to both teams. They both fought hard until the end of the game. Obviously, the Warriors came out on top, but they never once showed like, we are so much better than you. No, they kept themselves composed and they continued to play. Went on during the Rebellion. They never quit. I don't care what was on them. They got down early. They just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. Yeah, that's what it takes. That's what winning teams do, winning organizations.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you get. That's how you get better, you know. I mean, even though it's a tough loss for the Rebellion, it's their first loss in the season, in their first season as a franchise. So, just gotta learn from your mistakes and look at film more and see if you. And I think that then you'll probably be more familiar once you face the Warriors yet again, which will be like I said, in a few weeks.
Yeah. And like I said earlier, I know I'm not a coach, but my philosophy is each week you're 0-0. You have not played a game yet. Every week you can't look at your previous record. You could be 0-3. It doesn't matter. You're trying to get to be 1-0 today. By the end of the day, you want to be 1-0. You keep doing 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. You have a loss here and there. It's okay. You're going to keep building on those wins. And that's how you put together a successful season. Get your way in the playoffs. You get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just a learning curve, you know? I mean, take the Vegas Golden Knights. Even though they haven't lost even though they're still in the playoffs right now, there might be a point where, you know, they'll take a loss and be like, oh, man, we're actually not as tough or good as we think we are. We need to improve some things. I think that's what the Rebellion is thinking. Like, it's just a learning curve.
Yeah.
You just got to do what you can do to improve. Even though it's your first time being a franchise, you still got plenty of football to go, and a great way to maybe learn from your mistakes and just hopefully just keep pushing for the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. You know, speaking from personal experience, I remember when my high school team, we won Division I CIF a couple years ago, and we were undefeated in league. We were 10-0 at one point, and so we just needed to win one more game, and we would have clinched a playoff spot, and we still had a chance of being undefeated. We lost one. We hadn't lost the game in like probably a month and a half. Like, we were still unbeaten, and it was hard. We didn't know how to lose, and then we went on to lose 3 games in a row. We didn't get to clinch the division until the last week of the season because we finally learned, like, okay, we're not invincible. We can lose, but we're still 0-0.
Right.
It's the same philosophy, and then we were able to take it, and we went on to win Division I CIF championship. Maybe one of these times I'll have to show off the ring. I know that's what the Rebellion are playing for. They want to go out and get their rings, and let me tell you, it is something that you always want to have in your collection.
So that is going to be I think that will be the end of this live stream here. So thanks again for tuning in here on Facebook Live, for watching the Warriors and the Rebellion. We'll be back here on May 12th as they will play against the Sin City Trojans. For me, Kyle Dyer, and go ahead.
And I'm Jordan Spurgeon. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Don't party too hard.
And go Rebellion.
Go Rebellion.